The Empire Takeover.
Twister.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey,
The Empire Takeover.
hey, hey. Sometimes I go fast, sometimes I just stop. Sometimes I take it slow, wanna let the sex drop. But most of the times I go quick when I'm hitting that. And she like it, she like it. But tonight she said she didn't wanna go too fast. And tonight she said she want me to take my time. So I took her down, said do you like that? And she said hell yeah. They hit it medium from the back, I said it's cool. And she said hell yeah. She said ooh baby, just take control baby. Long as you take it slow baby, then you get all night baby. Yeah, she gave me the cream, so I had to go. Stop screaming my name when I went low. And every time I saw her going real fast, she looked at me and said we gotta slow it down. Gotta slow it down.
I told her that I wanted to fast, so the mama let me know when to do. Tonight, she don't want a drill session, she wanna feel it, so she told me to take it slow. I'm so used to macking it in the back to back when I'm attacking it, I wanna go and get in. She blew the whistle like, be still, hold it in, now roll it in. She lifted the palms to hold my face because she want me to control my pace. She said she wanna feel it out, slide through the ripples of the cause the feeling was too cold to wait. Well, I can break it down to 50, down to 40, down to 30. Any speed you want me to, I can do for you. Shorty, tell me how you want it. Do you want the Lambo? I give it to you like when I do it, baby. Or do you want the 6'4"? I give it to you like when I do it, baby. Now I was thinking I was all up right, but now she got me caught up at the light. I try to call it light. Green, too fast, red, too slow. She wanted in the middle, so I got her. The way to soothe you.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ Discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ Discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ Discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
Say you love me, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass down, gotta make it last down. Start off so big, I'ma beat up.
Get the bag, get the bag. Y'all niggas know what it is. You know we get the bag, the bag, the bag. And you know we get the bag, the bag, the bag. And you know I gets the bag, the bag, the bag. We get the bag, the bag, the bag. Too big. Look at the whip, look at the whip. Check out the wrist, check out the wrist. Walk in the club, walk in the club. Already lit, already lit. Got niggas on wait, hold up, hold up. Got bitches on go. Come on, come on. Got perp out a pound, perp out a pound. So you know we gon' blow, you know we gon' blow. She throwing pussy, so I'm throwing money. Bend it over, now she putting it on me. Left a man to come a VIP, nigga looking like he wanna run up on me. Nah, just in case 100,000 on me. Yeah, one for calling, that's 100 homies. Yeah, 20 bitches out the club and take them to the crib and in the whole party there. And you know we get the bag, no grocery, we really get the bag. Hey. Pull up in the phone, hop up with a phone, hit the mall and pop tag. Hey. When a nigga was a young boy, all I thought about was getting the cash. Yeah, a nigga getting the money now, so you know a nigga gon' brag. Still keep it hood, kills all good, dreams still on side. On side. Bank account need to work out cause it's so fat. And you know we get the bag. And you know we get the
wanna ride round in the Bentley truck. Her and a nigga, they done broke it up. Way back in the Maybach, suck it up. Private plane with the gang, take a drip. That's your man, you was saying she the rip. I get the bag, hop in the level when I do the dash. My heart on my pickets all glass. When we get your bitch and I smash. I'ma suicide the dough, just a pledge. I'ma put the product with the Saint Laurent, yeah. I'ma turn 100 to a million, no finesse. I'ma take the jet with the gang, cause we blood. And my neck, white coat, VVS. I'ma put the paddock on, crystal light milk. I can get the bad, no help with myself. I'ma buy everything off the shelf. Now we in Dubai with the water like Phelps. Can you keep a secret, be quiet, don't tell. Young nigga up my wealth. My drip ain't felt, my club. I feel like this my year. Spend $250,000 on my ear. I'ma get the bag all year. I'ma hit your bitch from the rear. Hop up in the coupe, hit the gear. Riding in the race with the shears.
You know we get the bag. And you know we get the bag. And you know I get the bag. We get the bag.
Oh, I'm feeling that old Rob today. Boop, 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 beep. I'm feeling that today. Oh my God. What's going on? What's going on, everybody out there? Hey, Mama Mary, how you been? How is the family doing? How's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody that's here. And we're gonna pray for some of our dream team members. I'm gonna start off with that. Love yourself. Kids lost their grandparents, so we're gonna keep her in prayer. Definitely we're gonna keep her in prayer. Can y'all hear me out there? I don't know why I'm check. Okay, cool. Can y'all hear me though? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Yes or no? If y'all can hear me loud and clear, just put yes or no in there. Okay, Willie said hell yeah. Okay. Thank y'all. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I'm not liking what I'm hearing. I'm not liking what I'm looking at. And I'm going to walk some stuff down. I'm going to show some stuff. And we're going to talk about some things. We're going to look at some stuff. We're going to observe some stuff. But I'm not a stupid guy. You can't get over on me what you can get over on the average person. And especially when it comes to Robert Sylvester Kelly. Many people have many things that they say, and I really don't care. Honestly. I really don't care. Because what they eat don't make me shit. So I will say this. Hit the like button is free. That's the only thing that's free is the like button. No, I'm sorry, I'm lying. The share button is also free. Go ahead and hit that share button. The subscribe button is also free. So if you want to subscribe to a channel that have real content, no fillers, straight like it is, subscribe to the channel right here, which is Dana J Open Talks. Also, slide on over to the official Dana J, because I will be having interviews coming up with all walks of life. I'm in current mode of I want to get Brother Rizla on the channel. It's a reason for this. I want to get some I don't want to offend nobody, but I want to get some Nation of Islam folks on here. I have some questions. I really want to know some things. So I have some questions. I want to get some pastors on here. I've reached out to Larry Reed. Oh yeah. Some things I want to do in 2023 that we're going to set apart ourselves from everything else. Also, you can hit the super chat, which is the little box at the bottom that have a $sign in it, and you can hit that. That's for the channel. Also, you can hit the Cash App, $official Dana J. if you like the commentary. One thing I will say, do not cash at me or super chat me and say this is for Robert Sylvester Kelly. I will send it back to you. I have never collected money of any sort on behalf of Robert Sylvester Kelly. Yes, I have pushed his only authorized defense fund. Yes, I have pushed that, but I've never collected anything from that. Let's make that clear before we get going. I'm gonna speak on some things and I'm gonna talk about some things. What up, everybody? If y'all coming in late and y'all say what's up and I don't speak, it's not because I'm not trying to speak, it's because I have an agenda. My mind is racing. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it clearly and loudly and boldly and proud. I, Dana J, do not take part in what everybody is doing. I'm not saying y'all have to or y'all don't have to. What I am saying is that I, Dana J, do not partake in what everybody is doing. If this fight's supposed to be for Robert Sylvester Kelly, hey Queen J, hey Atmos, hey Ann Huff, hey Nell Taylor, what up LaMarcus? If this fight is supposed to be for Robert Sylvester Kelly, there's no eyes. Now, everything that I have tried to do, it met opposition, which means it was great. And I'm fine with that. But what I won't stand for is you or anybody else coming to the people around me and trying to recruit them to do your work. You don't know who you playing with because those folks will let you have it. I said that to say this. People on the internet that say they know Robert Sylvester Kelly can tell you anything and people will run for it. Now, I fully got a breakdown of what was going on about these letters and this African link to a Weeble account. I'm puzzled. I'm going to tell you why I'm puzzled. Because when I hit the link, I couldn't find the letters. Somebody said, you got to go all the way over this way and over. Listen, I seen an African lady that was talking about she got liberated or she liberating something. And she had these different joints. And that was it. I'm not one of those that's going to go on a page and just search for something. If it's something that I need to see, the link that's proposed, once you hit that link, it's supposed to have everything that you need right then and there. You shouldn't have to go into a site to look for something that you're supposed to be helping with. I can't do it. I got ADHD real bad. So if I can't hit the link and it dropped down the show, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I can do this. I'm not doing it. Second of all, somebody came in my inbox and said, you're not for Robert Sylvester Kelly. I said, why you say that? Because Sharon Wimbush said that you're supposed to do 5 letters and send them to the Department of Justice. My reply was, do you know how stupid you sound? And they said, huh? I'm going to break something down to you. Right now, the Department of Justice is not helping no goddamn body. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they all trying to save their own ass. Y'all forgot who y'all was talking to. Just because I didn't talk, just because I haven't talked about politics, don't think I'm not abreast on it. And I will say this. The real Republican Party ain't playing with the rhinos or the Democrats. With that being said, Why would I send 5 to 10 letters to the Department of Justice and they all scrambling to save their own tail? I'm sending them letters for what? Who they going to help? Right now, they can't help themselves. So who am I helping by sending these letters? Second of all, I supposed to sign the letters and send them where? There's no address to send them to. So I supposed to go hit this link, search for these letters, print these letters off, sign my name to the letters, fold the letters up, put them in an envelope, and address it to nobody, and just put them in the mailbox. And they supposed to get to where they're going. No. I'm not telling nobody else what to do on their channel because I pushes for people to have their own channel for this very reason that I'm going to do today. Because the truth I'm going to bring today, I know everybody in there, mama, going to take notes. And that's what it's for. At the end of the day, I don't have no beef with Sharon Wimbush, but I just choose not to go that direction because the Department of Justice, just like y'all think they can help Robert Sylvester Kelly, they can turn around and destroy Robert Sylvester Kelly because they can look at it as being an adjutant. When somebody is trying to save their tail, the last thing they want is to be agitated, and especially when it's a topic that they don't care about. I'm going to say that again. And especially when it's a topic they don't care about. We care about Robert Sylvester Kelly. They don't give a damn about Robert Sylvester Kelly. We talking about Adam Schiff. And we talking about Gabriel Haney. And we talking about those folks. So let's get it correct. You want to send letters to notorious pedophiles about an allegation that was selected for in court by the selected committee on a man with charges of what? Pedophilia. Do that make sense? And the way it do, and the way it don't. Because the mindset of it could be, well, if I write Adam Schiff in them, right, in the DOJ, then see how Robert was lied on, and then they can help Robert, and then Robert will be free. Here's the back end. They help Robert. Robert can be free. What you think gonna happen to them? Don't you think they're gonna get the light shined on them? We just seen today how the White House and the DOJ colluded to hide the Hunter Biden files. And Hunter Biden is way worse than any pedophile that we have even read about. So if you think they're going to give something for nothing, you crazy. If you think Adam Schiff is going to say, okay, I'll help R. Kelly and I don't want nothing in return, you're crazy. The problem is we need to do what the stupid liars did. Get off our ass, get to moving, put motion in play, create a plan, stop being divided, and get moving. Yes, a rally is good. A rally is great. But how many people came to court and stood outside and didn't care about going inside? They just wanted everything to be heard. You ain't see that. How many people didn't mind walking into the wee hours of the night around Dream Hampton movie release? How many people did we see in Chicago? Go to Jim Darriaga's book signing and shut it down because they wanted to tell the truth. We ain't seen none of that. So until you really ready to put boots on the ground, as y'all say, don't come with me with no petition. Don't come with me. Don't come to me with no letters. Don't come to me with no fucking suggestion if it ain't going to stop these people that stopped Robert. I don't know why I'm going this way, but I've been talking to a couple Muslim brothers. And I got to say this. The first Muslim brother that put me on to this, and I ain't going to say his name, I'm going to just say he's in Chicago. And he said, there's going to come a time when people are going to feel rebellious. Now, if y'all not feeling rebellious right now, something wrong. If that moon ain't moving and y'all don't feel something crazy going on in you, something's wrong. Every leader that I spoke with was like, dog, I'm ready to bust somebody's head open. And there's an alternative anger that's growing that we can't control. Am I suggesting violence? No. Let's get that out the way. No, I'm not. But what I am suggesting is time out for the dumb shit. Just because you got lips don't mean you should talk. And I ain't gonna front. I wanted to get on last night so bad, but something said nope. And then when Vi went live, I said, oh, good guy, good shit. And the minute I would have went live, for all of y'all that's missing it, you see the bed bug got his people jumping in Vi chat, or as he call them, big VY chats, to try to create division between me and him. Here's what I'm gonna say. You couldn't do it with Prima. You couldn't do it with Levi. You damn sure ain't gonna do it with Vi. And I don't gotta say nothing. I'll let Vi talk for himself. So it ain't gonna work. Those days of manipulation is over. If y'all saying that Levi, Dana, Prima Donna, or Vi did something, bring facts. If you can't bring facts, shut the fuck up. And that's just where it's at. Don't speculate nothing. I operate in the land of truth, not make believe. So with that being said, for y'all to think y'all can infiltrate, you will never understand the operation of the dream team. Because we only operate amongst ourselves. So with that being said, go back to your drawing board. Create another plan. Because that just failed. With that being said, we're going to go there. Layla Kelly, I don't know who you are. But you said that I gave the emails to Azriel that caused her to go up there and cuss him out, right? Then you said, what you talking about? Let me go back to the bushes. You confused. No, he's not confused. You tried to confuse him by saying that I'm the reason why Azriel flipped. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I wasn't in Vegas. I wasn't on the phone with Azriel. So before you lie, understand that your lie will cost you, because your lie is a common lie. And one thing I do understand is that when a person have to hide under an avatar, they have a lot to hide from, even their selves. So if you hiding from yourself, then what good are you? I am going to do this. Now want to talk about Pastor Peter. Pastor Peter. Now, Atmos broke the story, and I got to give credit to where credit is due. Atmos broke the story. And like always, one stink puss jumped up there and said, "Oh, I think you owe Sylvia an apology because that's not right what you did." Well, I think you owe a lot of people an apology. You sit back and you talk about, oh, they talked about each other like this. I could never let them back on my platform. You know, they all going back down that road. Wait a minute. Didn't you and Randa go down that road? Aren't you getting the information from Randa? Don't you be in Randa chat when she go live? Don't you and Randa talk? Don't bring that hypocritical shit this way. Because you was calling her the white bitch. And she got up there, I've got a black son, I'm black. Y'all was really going at it, but now y'all hyperactive friends. And I'm going to say this. Yes, me and Angie beefed. Yes, we argued a lot. And it played out in front of people and behind the scenes. But guess what? If Angie need me, I'm there. That's what real friends are for. And we can call each other anything in the book. But I bet you your ass can't come in and talk about either one of us without us dogging your ass. So yes, me and Angie had a lot of misunderstandings. But that's not your business to try to exploit. But since you tried to exploit it, let me help you. Access denied. You tried to exploit something that you knew nothing about. And you're trying to give commentary about it. Let's go here. And before I get into Pastor Peter, you act like I fucked you. You act like I fucked you and left you alone. You act like I dogged you. I never seen a woman that have in her mind that she want this one man who don't pay her attention. Yes, I did. I did see that. And you friends with her. Listen, I don't speak on you. I don't speak on you. I don't like you. I don't talk on you. I ignore you. So while you claim to be sitting on top, and that's another thing, JoJo brought that out. Let JoJo have his words. Why you claim that you sitting on top with JoJo? When I last recall, JoJo don't need nobody sitting on top with him. JoJo assign who he want on top. That's the problem. Y'all people trying to find yourselves and trying to assign yourself to somebody else's analogy. You cannot do that. Leave JoJo and his analogy alone. Furthermore, leave people alone. Get some original commentary. Stop playing all my videos. You act like I'm Blueface and you Krishan Rock. No. Stop it. It's becoming irritating. It's the book of shell. It's the book of... It's the what? Anyway, I just had to get that out. Before I speak on Pastor Peter, I am going to say that People try to duck, people try to hide. But there's no way you can duck and hide this. There's no way.
From Peter to Robert, from Nigeria to America, yeah. I call it on for. Stay in the faith that your mama left you in with Christ. I call it on for. My brother, even though you were thinking you were losing it all, I call it on for. You might not even know that your Father in heaven is here. I call it on for. Remember, he said me. When you took a look around your life, you saw how he took you from that utter cry. On your knees in your pool of blood. How he showered down on you with God. How he healed you of cancer. How he blessed your family with kids. How he made your mountain pick up high. This is the message from Peter to Robert, from Nigeria to America, yeah. Stay in the faith that your mama left you in with Christ. My brother, even though you were thinking you were losing it all, you might not even know that your Father in heaven is here. Remember, when you never knew him all your life, you only go to church on Easter day. Even though he took your mom, you know, you were not the only one out there. And he died, but you live today. They are the other reachers. You're greater than they are, you know. Even if they offer you money, even if they offer you nothing, even if they offer you position, even if they offer you the greatest deal. Don't you give in, don't you give in, don't you give in to them now. Your Father has seen all, he loves you, stay in.
Now, this clearly say Nigerian pastor Peter Machanza is with us for the fight. Free R. Kelly. Why not U.S. pastors? Now, before I give my word on this, I'm going to play this.
Pastor in soup over bulletproof water. A pastor, Peter Mikonza, of New Jerusalem Deliverance Ministry, Okene, Kogi State, has been arrested by security agents on issues concerning unethical practices. The media aide of Okene LGA chairman, Abdul Mumin Abubakar, confirmed the arrest Wednesday to reporters, saying the chairman, Abdurarak Mohammed, was the one who ordered the security agents to arrest and investigate the pastor's activities. The arrest of Pastor Mikonza may not be unconnected with a video clip on social media where the clergyman is seen selling bulletproof water. Pastor Mikonza's church, located in the Ageva area of Okene, is also alleged to be running a labor ward for pregnant women. A resident of Ageva said Peter Mikonza was a popular musician in the suburb, but that he suddenly started a gospel ministry, admitting people for deliverance. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe.
Kogi government seals off popular pastor Peter Machanzi's church in Okene. The Koji State government has sealed up a prayer house, New Jerusalem Deliverance Ministry, located in Agiva, Okeen, local government area of the state for alleged unwholesome practices. Now, I'm a speak on this no more talking that's in my chat. One thing for sure, two things for certain, Africa don't allege shit. Africa do their whole research before they snatch you. So please do your research before you jump in my chat with that stupid stuff. I'm reading just like you are. Evidently, and you must have read it. Sit back and enjoy the commentary, fool. So it says a number of people, mainly young women, who claimed they came for prayer and had spent months at the place, including others mentally unstable, placed under chains, were moved out of the prayer house at the time it was sealed this afternoon. Unlike R. Kelly, they removed people. Let's go here. Let's read this again for the stupid person. A number of people, mainly young women, who claimed they came for prayer and had spent months at the place, including others mentally unstable, placed under chains, were moved out of the prayer house at the time it was sealed this afternoon. What you want to do is remove anything R. Kelly dealing with Peter right now. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. And I'm going to tell no. Y'all don't got to block and no more talking. Don't block no more talking. Stupid people need to understand real stuff. You need to remove Peter away from R. Kelly now, because this can be used against R. Kelly. Evidently, there's no allegation if they removed mainly young women. Okay, so what are they going to say? Well, Pastor Peter claims he's a mentor of R. Kelly. Don't this narrative places R. Kelly in the same narrative of surviving the lies? Come on. Make this shit make sense. So what you want to do is remove Pastor Peter from R. Kelly, because Rob wouldn't stand for no shit like this. Rob would have dug in Peter's shit. Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of y'all don't know Rob, so y'all don't know. But Rob would have dug in his shit for this. Then it says, pastor of the church at Zy Peter is being investigated by the police for some criminal activities ranging from fraud, use of his prayer house for medical quackery. Oh my God. By taking deliveries and also running a psychiatric services, even when it has been discovered he has no medical training. Wow. Then it says the state government delegation comprising the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Honorable Kingsley Fanwool, his counterpart in health, Dr. Zachary Usman, the state secretary advisor and Navy Commander Jerry Omarada, RTD, supervised the enforcement of government Yaya Bella's directive. It was gathered that a number of deaths have been recorded at the prayer house, including pregnant women and others suffering from various ailments. After charging their relatives huge sums of money, his supposed assistant, Aniji Siadu from Adogo, Ejakuta local government area of Koji State, and the pastor who was a musical artist, And the pastor, who was a musical artist before he received a call to be a pastor, has been his close friend, noting that he is a true man of God who have been called to help those in need. So if you are called to help people in need, are you going to change your church into a psychiatric ward? Are you going to change your church into a labor and delivery ward? Then it says he admitted that people receives medical attention at the church, but denied knowledge of deaths of sick people at the prayer house, saying God had used the pastor to heal many who comes with challenges. Oh my God. Then saying, speaking with Newsman, Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fangwu, said the governor had directed the place to be sealed up following the discovery of ungodly activities by the pastor. He described the acts of the pastor as fraudulent, saying his hypnotized members would be rehabilitated and reintegrated with their families. Stop. Why would you want to keep connecting Peter to Rob? This is the African narrative of what? Surviving R. Kelly. Oh, they got Stockholm Syndrome. Well, over in Africa, they tell you what it is, saying his hypnotized members would be rehabilitated and reintegrated with their families, noting that there would serious sensation for people to desist from patronizing quacks while assailing healthcare. Oh my God, man. On his part, Commissioner for Health, Dr. Zakari Usman, said the pastor does not have any medical training, but regrettably taking deliveries and transfusing blood. What? As well as keeping people with mental illness and extorting money from them under the guise of spiritual materials. Stop. Ain't this his guy that's on his board? Isn't that a guy that's on his board? So if he on the pastor board and telling that, how can we say allege? No more talking. You ain't gonna get away with this. You need to answer some questions along with Sylvia. How is this alleged when his guy, the Commissioner of Health, is telling what's going on? Explain that. Then he said the action was not a witch hunt on the ground of the spiritual activities by the church, but to carry out the directive of the governor to seal up the place, which was being used for quackery, resulting in deaths of pregnant women, babies, and others, saying the state government has made huge investment in ensuring health care is accessible and affordable to Koji residents. Robert would not co-sign nothing like that. Robert would not co-sign nothing like that. Then it gets deeper, because we're going to have this conversation. Then it gets deeper. Court remands pastor in custody for culpable homicide in Koji. Peter Machanzi went viral on social media over allegations of running labor wards for pregnant women in his church. Well, let's go here. If it wasn't true, the African government wouldn't hold him. You just, no more talking. You sound stupid. You just heard them say that they came in and closed the building up and they sent young women home. This what I mean when I say stupid people always want to talk. So I say a chief magistrate court sitting in Lokoja has remanded Pastor Peter Machanzi of the New Jerusalem Deliverance Ministry, Agiva and Okeen local government area of Koji State at the Federal Correctional Center, Kabi, for 14 days. The presiding chief magistrate, Abdul A. Umar, gave the order on Thursday following the ex parte application of the Department of State Security, DSS, to remand the accused person to enable them to continue further investigations. In an ex parte application, the accused person was said to have committed culpable homicide, causing miscarriage and impersonation, punishable under sections 224, 232, 433, and 325 of the Koji State Penal Code. The suspect would be charged to a high of justice after the preliminary investigations are concluded. The counsel to the defendant, Barrister Lawrence N. Ilobuno, told the journalist that his client was arrested by the Department of State Security, DSS, on the 19th of September, 2022, and has since been detained in their custody. October, November, December, January, 4 months. He pointed out he has approached magistrate to apply for bail because he stayed more than the required days in custody after being charged in court. Ilobuno noted that based on an expert application filed by the DSS for remand to enable them to carry out further investigations, stressing the magistrate has remanded the suspect at Kaba Correctional Center for 14 days. And Huff, I just clearly said, like, no more. Come on. Like, the case has been adjourned to October 2022 for mention. Earlier, the chairman of Okeen local government area, Abdulazulrak Muhammad, directed security agencies to carry out a full investigation on Pastor Peter Machanzi, founder of the New Jerusalem Deliverance Ministry. The pastor of the church, Peter Machanzi, went viral on social media over allegations of running labor wards for pregnant women in his church and selling out bulletproof water. Do anybody know where I can get some bulletproof water from? To the people, amongst other medically unacceptable practices which have led to the death of many. Machan with his members, also held a protest rally in Okeen, calling for the release of international musician R. Kelly. Here we go. Who was recently jailed over child pornography and rape allegations. Hold on. In a press statement issued by the chairman, he said that the directive for investigation became necessary after some of his alleged ungodly activities were published on social media by concerned members of the public. So, what is that fool name that was in here? No more talking. Oh, now we want to act stupid. Okay, check this out. You can't stop this. Nah, and you ain't do nothing wrong. You ain't do nothing wrong. I just had an agenda for the no more talking person. I just had an agenda, and I'm gonna say this: Dom Gay, yo, you don't gotta hide behind an avatar, man. If you got something to say, come up here under your name. Simple as that. If you got something to say, Come up here under your name, but I'm not going to give it no traction because I'm going to keep this content going. That's what y'all don't want. Y'all don't want the content to come out. But guess what? You're going to get this work today. You're going to get this work today. You're going to get this work today. So, no more talking since you want to be disrespectful. As I'm looking at what's going on. How stupid can you be? Africa is not like the United States. They're not going to just attempt to hold you. No, they're going to hold you. Especially if they got stuff on you. The American laws don't apply to African diaspora or African laws. So understand this. At no point am I saying Pastor Peter is innocent. At no point am I saying Pastor Peter's guilty. But what I am saying is that the scammers came together in the United States and sent money over to Pastor Peter and his medical malpractice. And Sylvia is the only connect between America and Africa. So while all of y'all took up donations to send to Pastor Peter, why y'all couldn't send that to Rob? Where's the IOTA trust account that y'all did with Nicole? Oh. That part too, Levi, sound like you might have been harvesting and selling body parts to me. New Black Panther, dual citizenship there. Let me ask you a question, New Black Panther. If the African government have something on you like that, are they going to put out a presumption in the newspapers? Okay, Ann. And no more talking. Who are you talking about? You know what? This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do for you because you want attention. And you ain't tough. So go sit in the lawn. See, I ain't know what was going on because I'm trying to do everything at one time. But you ain't disrespecting nothing over here. I run this shit, not you. And if you don't like what I say or I do, please unfollow me. So with that being said, New Black Panther said, depending on the country in Africa, over where Pastor Peter at, and Koji, C-O-J-I. But like I was saying, Sylvia, the only one that was collecting donations to send to Pastor Peter. Sylvia, the only one that, oh yeah, Africa. One thing I learned about people, if they do something, they want something in return. Everybody ain't genuine just to say, nah, y'all, I'm good. I'm just there to help. And you don't have a lot of me's out there. So with that being said, what else was going on? What else was Sylvia partaking into? And I know people who ain't going to like it because yesterday I heard people, oh, you shouldn't do this. Oh, we got Sylvia back. We got this, we got this, we got this. Man, look, check this out. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If I was connected to somebody doing that, you know how many people be running that shit on these pages? But because it's one of y'all scamming favorites, oh no, let's cover it up. Y'all remind me of the DOJ. Y'all like covering up real truth. Y'all cover real truth and y'all put out propaganda. You know? That part right there, Nancy Curtis. That part right there. She dig up all kinds of information why she ain't said nothing about this. Things that make you go, Things that make you go, Ann said Sylvia probably screwed the pastor. Oh, Jesus, Ann, Lord, keep me the cross. But let's go on. Savages! Y'all thought I was done. Y'all thought I was done. I want y'all to see this. Because now I'm about to lay out the blueprint. I want y'all to see this.
And 23-year-old Joycelyn Savage told us that they love the 52-year-old singer who has pleaded not guilty to charges of abusing 4 women. They say there is nothing inappropriate about their relationship. Well, their parents, of course, feel very differently. They say that Kelly has brainwashed their daughters and is keeping the women against their will. They have been trying desperately to reconnect with their daughters for quite some time. Joycelyn Savage called her parents shortly after our interview with Kelly aired on Wednesday to let them know that she is okay. We spoke with Timothy and Joycelyn Savage late last night and their attorney about that call and why they believe it's still not too late to reconnect with their daughter.
Hello? Hey, Joycelyn, this is Mommy.
Tell us about that conversation. We all heard it, but from your point of view, tell us about that conversation.
I call them prison calls because I can tell that someone is listening to the calls. And she called with a script. My mom told you I'm happy. Well, I've told you many times I'm happy where I am. And then her younger sister came in and said, "Hey, Joycelyn."
Hey, Joycelyn. It's Jordan.
She paused for like 10 seconds. We had like a hiccup.
She seemed to have a reaction to Jory's voice, to her younger sisters.
They can have a connection with the younger kids. And when she talked to Jory, she just, for that second, that was Joycelyn.
And then she hung up the telephone.
Right, she said she had to go, like she was in jail or somewhere.
Joycelyn and Timothy Savage say it's been nearly 2.5 years since they last saw their daughter, Joycelyn, in person. They say Joycelyn enjoyed singing growing up, and they believed R. Kelly could help their daughter with her professional career. Kelly was acquitted of child pornography charges in 2008. So you felt comfortable because he had been acquitted of the charges?
Not only had he been acquitted of charges, but I felt comfortable because of at the time, I wish I didn't, but I separated the artist from the man.
The Savages say Joycelyn first met R. Kelly at one of his shows in 2015. Kelly claims Joycelyn's father brought her to the concert.
I didn't go looking for a Joycelyn Savage. I was doing my show. He brought her and asked a friend of mine to put her on the stage with R. Kelly.
Never have that ever happened.
So you didn't bring her to the show?
No, I did not.
Have you met R. Kelly?
I've never met Mr. Kelly.
You have never met R. Kelly?
Never in my entire life met Mr. Kelly. I've only talked to him one time on the phone. And that one time, you know what he told me? He said, "You're gonna have to wait to see your daughter. Trust the process." How can you tell another father to trust the process, but you rampant and raging on TV that you want to see your kids, but you won't allow me to see my own daughter? How do you think that makes me feel as a father?
Joycelyn and Azriel Clary have been living with Kelly at his home in Chicago. They say their parents have had a different agenda.
My parents definitely started this whole situation.
Which situation?
What's going on? You know, basically lying and trying to get money and bringing out all these different lies and stuff. You know, my parents, they put out, especially my dad, he's the whole master of this whole situation.
Did either of you try to get money from R. Kelly?
No.
No.
You never got money from him, and you never tried to get money from him. Is that what you're saying?
No.
No, only business dealing were potentially related to my daughter.
So why is your daughter saying that this is all about money, that you all are only out for the money? What is she talking about?
I have no clue what my daughter is. She's brainwashed.
Do you believe your relationship with your daughter can be repaired?
Yes, because we love her.
Yeah, we're proper.
Because right now it's unclear what's going to happen to R. Kelly.
Yes.
As we sit here today, he's in jail, but it's believed that he will be out of jail very soon.
A father's love for his daughter will never change. A man loving his daughter can change, but a father love will never change for his daughter.
What do you all have to say to R. Kelly?
Really?
Really?
He need to rot in jail. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I feel. I'm sorry that he needs help, but this man has done so many women wrong, and he needs to rot in that jail cell. Period.
Well, Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Clary say they have never wanted a singing career. Azriel Clary's family also denies asking for or receiving money from R. Kelly. Kelly, as you know, consistently denies sexually abusing women and controlling their lives. And Jerika just sent this to me. She said she didn't have time to put it in her script, but that Dominique, the girl who did get away, said that the girls used to rehearse what to say in videos, what to tell their families.
Wow.
And that Dominique misses these two young girls because she was also with them. But R. Kelly used to have them, according to Dominique, used to have them rehearse what to say when they were talking to their families. Yes.
And Dominique has came out and said that was a lie. But wait, watch where I'm going with this. Watch where I'm going with this. Watch where I'm going with this. Y'all trying to see Joycelyn, so y'all say, but you put your middle daughter up to do shit like this.
How your day was. Like, it's not the fact that she don't fuck with us, or it's not the fact that she's mad at us. It's the fact that she's being controlled by a predator. And I don't think people understand that. People are so fucked up in the head and brainwashed that they don't understand that this man is literally brainwashing these girls and turning their lives all the way around. They're switching it all the way around. Joycelyn, she had a good life before she even met R. Kelly. We all, me, my little sister, and Joycelyn, we had a good life. Okay, we was raised very well. We was raised to be young ladies, like how, we was supposed to be raised. So it's no reason why she don't fuck with us or she don't want to be with her family. It's no, excuse my language, but I'm just kind of pissed right now. But it's just the fact that R. Kelly can turn somebody, it don't matter if you came from a damaged home, or it don't matter if you came from a good home. He can easily just turn your life around and make it seem like the world is out to get you. The people that your best friends out to get you, your aunties out to get you, your sisters out to get you, your mom's out to I'm telling y'all, it's so much deeper. It's so much deeper, y'all, and y'all just do not understand. Unless y'all is actually put in the same shoes that we are in right now, y'all would not understand. But that video, I'm pissed off right now. I'm sorry, I'm so pissed off. Joycelyn met R. Kelly because it was a manager named Kevin Gals. And that's another thing I want to say. People be like, well, your parents, they should be in jail. Your parents are your parents' fault, this. No, it's not my parents' fault, for one, because let me tell you something. Joycelyn, she always had a passion for music. I always had a passion for music. But until I saw what happened to Joycelyn, I was like, I don't want to do music no more because of the industry and how the industry is. I don't want to be part of none of that. So when Joycelyn had met Kevin Gals, came to the boutique that my parents had owned. My parents had owned 2 boutiques in Atlanta. He came, no, not Kevin Gals, but one of his came to the boutique, and I guess she saw me and my sister, and my parents, she asked my parents, are your, daughters, talented? Do they act? Do they sing? Do they model? And, my parents was like, yes, we sing and stuff. So then we sung in front of her, and she was like, well, I know somebody that knows, R. Kelly, but also I know, he probably can get y'all put onto, Sony Records or something. So basically what happened was when, what's his name? Of course I'm a little shooter. I'm Shoot, y'all can call me crazy, clout chase, all that. I don't care. Like, I'm here for my family, period. But anyway, like I was saying, let me get back to the story, because most people just confused on what's going on. Basically, what happened was, Jesus, I'm so pissed off right now. I can't even talk. Give me a second. I'm shaking. I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second. All right, basically, y'all, what happened was, when Kevin Gals when the lady had introduced me and my sister to Kevin Gals, they had ended up, he was like, well, I want to hear you guys sing. So we sung in front of Kevin Gals, and we, like, you know, he said he liked our voice. So while we was at the boutique still, because he met us at the boutique, and when Kevin Gals was with us and he like was hearing our voice and stuff, he had heard, like, he was like, okay, I like y'all, like, I like how y'all sing and stuff, y'all are really talented, you know, I want to do music with y'all, so let me, like, get R. Kelly on the phone. But when he said R. Kelly, he said, let me get Robert on the phone. So he literally called Robert while we was in the boutique, and he was like, hey, Rob, I have some girls here for you that, you know, they're very talented, they can sing. And he was like, well, let me hear them. And he was like, y'all sound really good. Y'all this and that, just like this, whatever he was saying. So anyway, then he invited us to a concert back in 2015, which is called Funk Fest. And if you don't know what Funk Fest is, look it up. But it's a concert where multiple, not just him, but multiple artists come and perform and, you know, just perform for entertainment to sing in front of the audience. And it's a big audience. So we was like, yeah, we don't mind going, because, you know, my parents, they wanted us to already, like, see how it, like, feels to, like, you know, be in a big crowd and be performing on a big stage and stuff. So we ended up going to the concert. And once we went to the concert, hold on. Fuck that shit. Like, once we went to the concert, we watched the concert, we watched different people perform and stuff, and it was a great time. It was a great time. After the concert ended, that's when we was walking back to the car, and his nephew gave us a piece of paper with R. Kelly's number on it. Once we didn't know who it was, we didn't even know that was his nephew until later on that day. Once we went to the once we got the paper, I was like, I looked, because Joycelyn had the paper in her hand, and I looked and I was like, what's that? She was like, it's a number on it. And I was like, okay, because she was about to throw it away. Well, I was about to tell her, I was like, throw it away. So then she was about to throw it away, but then I was like, wait, it might be something like, might be R. Kelly's number on there or something, because Kevin Gals, he did mention that R. Kelly might give, like, the number to us and stuff. I was like, well, you need to give it to our parents, to mom and dad, so they can, like, figure out what's that all about. Because I ain't trust that. Because at first we thought it was like the guy that gave us the piece of paper on it. We thought that he was giving us his number, and we was like, okay, no, we don't want that. But anyway, so then later on, like a couple weeks later, we started, you know, focusing on music and stuff. Like Joycelyn, she had her mom and Joycelyn had flew out to California to talk more business with R. Kelly. And that's how it proceeded into, you know, I'm telling them the whole story because people is confused, obviously.
So with that being said, right? Y'all heard the narrative that's put out there. With that being said, we gonna go there. All right? We gonna go there. Why did the narrative change? Let's go.
I know things.
Well, I did say the same thing, of course, but we're not in common. This man had his daughter. She was in high school. He sent her off with a predator. He turned around. She came back home. He sent her back. And then he turned around and wrote a little note saying that she had permission to go with Robert Sylvester Kelly under a person that was watching over her. Now I think that's nothing in common with what
I had going on, because at the end of the day, I felt sorry for him. But when you come to think about it, who sends a high schooler off to stay with a predator, and she's still in high school?
I don't got an answer for that.
My daughter was out of school. She was doing things that I was not approved of. But at the end of the day, if you notice, like I said again, once we found out Joycelyn had some type of sexually transmitted disease, I still couldn't press charges because it was up to her.
Right.
And she begged me not to. So I left it alone. Mm-hmm. But then this guy went right back at my daughter and did the same thing and was abusing her. See, I'm glad you brought that up. The difference between my situation and Angelo's situation, I had people that was telling me that my daughter's been locked in a room, couldn't use the bathroom, locked in the laundry room, couldn't come out for days.
So wait, you just contradicted yourself, Tim. You said that your daughter was being abused. Now you're saying that you had people tell you that, right? Okay. I'm glad DanaJay keep receipts, right? Because when the most important question was asked on the DanaJay show, not nowhere else, this what was said.
On that, and it need to be handled. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying to go and do this and do that. I'm just trying to get some reason here so we can move past this shit, and I'm trying to get my daughter out. That's all I'm trying to do, is get to know my daughter. My daughter was of age. Everybody know that. My daughter was of age, period. Only thing I want to do was make sure my daughter was fine, healthy, and okay. Every time you see me on the interview, I wanted to know that, period.
Well,
Tim, I
got a question.
Finish.
I got a question.
Hold
on for a second, Angela. Hold, wait. Go ahead. Wait, I know Tim ain't gonna be up long. I got a question for you, Tim.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Who came and told you that Rob and was treating your daughter and everybody else bad? Was it Cash or was it Asante and McGee?
I don't know. It could have been Shanti McGee, because it was 97 Baby Girl who I think started all this. And that's what we got. And hold on, let me finish. It was Shanti. I think it was Shanti McGee. It had to. But
Cash said she was 97.
But let me finish, Lo.
Yeah, because Cash just hit the link. So
just listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you how it happened to me.
Okay.
I came about 97 Baby Girl contact me and my wife. Said my daughter was in college. She said, your daughter is going.
Y'all, I'm getting off. Don't bring her on, bro. I'm getting off. Cash on, I'm getting off. I don't want nothing to do with her, bro. Nothing. She won't
never she can get on whatever. But what
she can get on with your shit, bro.
Come on, Lo, man. Come on, man. Come on, Lo.
You want
Lo?
You go ahead, Tim. I'm ready to get off, bro.
Lo, come on, man. You gotta stay on this, man. Come on now.
Listen, bro. Listen, Tim. Play your games, because when I release
I'm not
this
playing
shit
no
Cash,
games, bro.
When I release this shit
hang up
Cash,
the phone.
Listen,
I'm not
when
playing
I release
no
this
games.
shit with Cash, y'all gonna understand why
okay,
he
don't put
Cash
on
the
bro.
motherfucking
Whatever,
thing
bro.
every time.
I'm not
y'all
playing no
games.
game.
Y'all gonna understand why he want Cash on and why he want us all talking at the same time. See, money don't make me, I make money. I know why the fuck Cash is trying to insert herself in this shit. She came to y'all with that same bullshit that she came to me with. And you know what I told her? I'ma sue her ass. That's what I told her. So y'all keep falling for it.
Angelo, stay on the phone.
I can't hear you. Go ahead, Dana.
Cash
Go
is
ahead.
gone.
What you said?
Cash is gone. Tim is
yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, Tim.
Okay, thank you. This is how it came to me. I can't say, like I told you, you can't say what the next man was going on next man's house, right? What happened was, somebody from 97 Baker, we're getting these damn messages saying my daughter's doing this. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So we come to find out what we was thinking was Shanti McGee. Now, day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, Cass said she was 97 Baker. I'm not mistaken. I think I heard that.
You're right.
So that's what I was saying. I'm not for sure, but that's what I
You
think
still
I
trying to, you know what you heard, Tim.
But I'm getting, man, you trying to put something in my mouth that I don't
listen
know.
to
I'm
what
just
you
trying to be
said.
straightforward.
You heard it.
You're not listening, bro. You're not listening. You gonna tell me what I heard?
Y'all keep
trying to tell you what happened in your house, bro. How you gonna tell me what I heard and what I did, man. Come
So
on,
what? How you had it? Either you had it or you didn't have it.
Low. Listen, let him finish his joint. Go ahead.
Either you had it or you didn't have it.
Listen, you're not hearing exactly what I'm saying.
Listen, Tim, just go ahead and finish saying what you're saying.
So when Cash said, if I'm not mistaken, that she was 97 baby girl, right?
Right.
So that's where that came about. So I said, I called Low. I said, was Cash 97 baby girl? I said, damn, because we was trying to find out. Angelo was trying to find out. I was trying to find out. My wife was trying to find out who was 97 baby girl. Because at one time, Low thought I was 97 baby girl. I'm like, no, dog, ain't no motherfucking 97 baby girl. I don't know what the fuck that is. We trying to find out. Because 97 baby girl knows all this shit from the beginning. You feel me? So that's how that came about, bro. I can only tell you what I know. I can't tell you what the next man knows. I don't talk about what Tim Savage knows.
All right, so question, Tim. I got one more question.
No worries.
Did you physically see Robert disrespecting or belittling your daughter?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't. I want to know her whereabouts and make sure she was fine, healthy, and okay. I had other people coming to me and telling me this. You follow me?
Right.
I'm not going to sit on here and lie. No, I did not.
All right. So you finished? So listen to this, Dana, and y'all can contest this. See, I've been off the grid for a minute, almost about a year since the smart dummy left. So what I'm telling you is this. So Dana, do you recall Tim on panels running his mouth comfortably and talking about me?
No.
Yes.
On what panel?
Thank you. And I got the screen report of it. They sent it to me as soon as you did it. But it's cool. I just wanted yes, you did. Yes, you did. You agreed with a lot of shit. And you agreed with a lot of shit.
Go ahead.
And you agreed with a lot of shit that they were saying that you knew the truth.
I could have.
Let me tell you this.
Okay, listen.
Let me
a real man gonna say if I said something.
I let you, Tim.
But did you do it?
I let you. Oh my goodness.
Did you do it? Yes or no? But did you do it? Did you say something negative about me? Yes or no?
Can I finish?
Okay,
I said a lot of shit negative about you, but I didn't say it behind your back. I said it to you, directly to you. I looked in the camera and said what the fuck I said about what I said about you.
You say you looked into the camera?
I talked. Yeah, I think I was saying something to you after. It doesn't matter. I mean, we gotta go
what
through
camera
all
is
this dumb
that?
shit?
Because you asking me, did I say something?
Tim,
if I did, okay. But at the end of the day,
So the same thing that make you laugh is the same thing that make you cry. Everything I've been telling y'all from day one, now y'all about to hear from the Lion Queen herself, Tasha K.
And I'm really doing this for Joycelyn. All right? Because Joycelyn honestly gets a check. Not that it's funny, but she gets a check, okay? Because she ain't all the way there, all right? They have not really shared that with the public, but I think everybody should know Joycelyn don't want nothing to do with her family, and I understand why, and I'm about to give it to you. Now, just in case y'all haven't been following, you probably have, there's been a page claiming to be Joycelyn Savage, okay? This page seemingly posted that they had a story to tell. Everybody took it and ran with it because it has been an inactive Instagram account. Okay, the last time someone posted on this was back in 2015. It was actually Joycelyn's pictures. And Joycelyn at one time did have control over this account. But I'm here to tell you her parents, all right, per their words, not mine, honestly got access to this account. Now, I'm not telling you that they're behind this account now. They've been taking all y'all money on Patreon. But I'm going to paint a really good picture here with some receipts. And you can just make up your own mind. But I do know for a fact, the Savages and I know, Joycelyn Savage's parents, okay, R. Kelly's last standing girlfriend. I told you Azrael has sort of left, okay? She's left. She's not in the house no more. Neither one of them are in the Trump Tower. The lease is up. Joycelyn is staying with a woman named Taylor Bird Smith. We actually spoke this morning. I'm not going to be releasing the call unless Joycelyn does not issue a statement stating that that is not her account. That is actually scamming people for money, okay? Telling a fake, very generic ass story. Now, I know that Joycelyn's parents gained access to her iCloud, okay? They gained access to her emails. They were recording her when she was on the phone with R. Kelly, putting out that she may have herpes and STDs. I did take part in that. I have since issued an apology. Now, after I spoke to Taylor, the woman that Joycelyn is with, okay, I told y'all during my live last week that I've gained.
Hold the fuck up, Tasha K. You ain't just gonna go past that and think I ain't gonna stop you. Check it out. You heard what she said. She took part in spreading the lie that Joycelyn had herpes. Y'all think I'm lying? Here they go.
Okay, they gained access to her emails. They were recording her when she was on the phone with R. Kelly, putting out that she may have herpes and STDs. I did take part in that. I have since issued an apology. Now, after I...
Evidently, Tasha K got the truth that Rob don't have herpes. Neither do Joycelyn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's finish. Lion Queen, finish talking.
Spoke to Taylor, the woman that Joycelyn is with, okay? I told y'all during my live last week that I've gained access to R. Kelly's emails between him and Joycelyn. That's how I found out that Azrael left, because she actually emailed R. Kelly, and I read some of those emails, and for those of y'all that want to see an actual email, I'm going to link it below using a Google Doc, okay? It's not gonna be on my website or anything. You guys are just gonna click that link and you'll be able to read the same email that I told y'all about last week on this platform to prove what I'm telling you now, okay? That Joycelyn is still there. She's now taking control. Actually, Azrael, even though Azrael was with her dad, she's now on her own in her own space. She's now emailing R. Kelly again, but Azrael has always been R. Kelly's favorite and he trusts her, okay? Now, he hasn't added Joycelyn yet to the visitors list. All he has to do is go down there and ask. It's not a big deal. He keeps promising her that he's going to do it, and you're going to see that actually in the email that I have that I'm providing to you all, okay? For those of y'all that have questions, all right, about who has the real wine on this whole R. Kelly shit, okay? I have from the beginning, and I'm going to keep bringing it to y'all. Now, on to this account claiming to be Joycelyn Savage. I know for a fact that it's not her. If she has not already released a statement, by the time you're viewing this video now, she is going to release a statement, and if she doesn't, I will release the recording between me and her keeper, Taylor Bird Smith, actually trying to convince her to release a statement, okay? Because I personally feel the reason, before I get into these receipts on who the Savages really are and why Joycelyn really doesn't want to go home, okay, since they want to challenge my credibility, I'm going to show you some motherfucking credibility right here today, okay? Hold that thought. But since everybody, every single blog, media outlet has taken this account without someone actually making a video on a story, all we saw was shoes. We saw that they were in New York. And the only people that I know that were in New York the same time this bogus ass account was posting from New York were her parents doing an interview with Good Morning America.
What did I tell y'all? But let's finish.
2 days after that account went live and took y'all damn money. Take a look.
Now to singer R. Kelly facing sex abuse charges, his girlfriend Joycelyn Savage going online sharing about their relationship. ABC's Kaylee Hartung with what she is saying this morning.
This morning, a woman known for being one of R. Kelly's girlfriends and publicly defending the disgraced musician, now saying she's one of his victims and ready to reveal her secrets. Joycelyn Savage is speaking out against Kelly for the first time, saying she's willing to risk it all on the website Patreon, a paid membership platform. Patreon confirming someone by that name owns the account, but does not confirm it is this Joycelyn Savage. In her first post, she details how Kelly commanded her to call him master or daddy. While living together, she describes how it started getting worse by day. And
hold on. You ain't never hear master before. Now all of a sudden it's master instead of just daddy, right? It's getting juicy. Let's go.
Says, as one of his victim, I've seen more and heard more.
She's ready to tell the truth.
Overnight, in another post on Patreon, Joycelyn writing, he told me I couldn't do certain stuff without him knowing first. It's been nearly 3 years since Joycelyn's parents last saw their daughter. Joycelyn, now 24, was 19 years old when she moved in with Kelly. The divide in the family growing deeper as her parents alleged Kelly brainwashed Joycelyn and kept her against her will. Claims Joycelyn fiercely denied until now.
She's came out with statements that we have been saying for the last 2.5 years, and it's pretty accurate.
With Robert in jail, does that give you any solace that she is safer than she was before he went to jail?
I believe one of the primary reasons that she has the courage to speak up is because she knows he's actually in jail.
Now, I want y'all to know the only reason I feel this account was created was one, to scam, okay? Because somebody needed some money. And I know personally that the Savages are broke as hell, okay? I saw Joycelyn 2 weeks ago here in my house, and sis had lipstick all around here, makeup, holes and shit in her face, makeup 3 shades lighter, clothes all messed up, and she was drinking my wine like a professional damn drunk. I only drink wine when I make videos or when I go out socially. But she drinking wine at 10:30 in the morning, okay? And word on the street is that she has a pill problem as well. That's why she was throwing up in the BBC documentary.
That's pure, just kind of stress.
She's just been stressed out because of what's going on with her daughter.
Feels slightly, yeah.
Hell, we can't label.
Meaning Joycelyn's mammy. That's probably why she don't want to go home. But I'm gonna give you some more. Now, not only was that account created for a scam, and it actually worked, and I'm shocked that none of these major media outlets, when they saw this account, say that they have partnered with Patreon, and Patreon didn't even co-sign the partnership, because normally when you partner with somebody, they co-sign the partnership, but Patreon didn't, and this account actually created a regular Patreon account, not an exclusive account, nothing with no perks, just a regular Patreon account, just to give y'all some shit that had promised y'all they were gonna post a video first, but then once you paid to get in, they were actually writing bogus ass lies. Now, I know that R. Kelly's lawyer has since blasted Joycelyn because he believed it to be Joycelyn, because they're not allowed to have any communication with anybody. R. Kelly still maintains control over Joycelyn, and I honestly think Joycelyn is gonna stay until she figures out that R. Kelly is not coming home. And like I said, the only reason this Instagram account was created was to create friction between Joycelyn and R. Kelly.
Now wait. If you remember, you hear Tasha K spitting it out like clockwork, right? Larry came on his live and regurgitated everything word for word. So if he wasn't emailing and talking to Tasha K, then how was he able to regurgitate everything she said word for word? But wait a minute. We're going to get there. Hold on. Let's finish.
Because she cannot go and see him yet because he has not added her to the visitors list. So when the lawyer actually goes to meet with R. Kelly, he tells R. Kelly, Joycelyn is online from an account that she once had. But like I said, her parents actually got a hold to her iCloud and got emails and recordings and all kind of stuff on their daughter, okay? I know for a fact that Tim Savage walks around with a big ass hard drive. It's a big black hard drive full of recordings, ready to record on site. And I don't understand, if you're innocent, why are you recording people, okay? If you have nothing to hide, why are you recording people? Because they're trying to set people up because they have money to make. And I'm gonna prove that here in a second with these damn recordings in Tim's voice. These are exclusive recordings that you're gonna hear first on this channel today. Now, when R. Kelly finds out about Joycelyn supposedly turning on him, which she hasn't, okay? She is riding till the damn wheels fall off. That is valid. The person that created the scam account's intentions were to force Joycelyn to have to come home, because if R. Kelly didn't trust her, which he already don't.
Yes, it is, Prima. That's very much illegal. But the government turned a blind eye. Well, guess what? We about to turn the heat up on the government.
Trust her. This is probably going to make him not trust her even more. And this is why I personally think the parents are behind it. I don't have any proof, but it's just a strong damn coincidence that when they were posting from New York at the Trump Tower, okay, the Savages were in New York at the same motherfucking time, okay? And I know I'm not supposed to say motherfucker because my husband told me don't say motherfucker, but they don't piss me the fuck off, okay? And so I personally know that the Savages are pissed off that every single girl is back home with their parents, although I have exposed some of those parents. I've taken it really light on the Savages, okay, for a reason, because they have given me a lot of the exclusive wine on this channel, but I honestly knew that it was for a check, okay? They had deals that they had to solidify with Lifetime, with BBC. They were trying to get a reality show. Take a look at their YouTube channel here, okay? Does this look like a family that's missing their daughter, okay? Although we've seen them out on the street yelling at the publicist, talking about, where's my daughter? I need proof of life. The Lifetime cameras were there. That's the only reason they were in Chicago. Because honestly, I heard that Joycelyn got a pill habit to support, and that's expensive, all right? That's what I heard.
Now, didn't I tell y'all about the TV show and the book deal and the movie deal that they was trying to do? Didn't Prima tell y'all about the flipping of Joy and As? Let's finish. And let's finish.
That ain't no receipt. That's just my opinion. Because everybody that's around her have seen her pop one or two. Okay, that's what I'm just telling you. Now, I've always known the Savages were up to no good after I peeped them after a year of working with them. But like I said, we had wine to spill. Okay, so I had to play my cards right. But I knew their asses was up to something. And I'm proud to have exclusive recordings here that are Tim, no damn allegedly, Tim Savage, Joycelyn Savage's father. Okay, the man that orchestrated a publicity campaign to inform the world that his daughter had herpes and that she was a whore, okay? But with this recording, you're going to hear who Tim Savage...
And that's one of the reasons why she don't want no bothers with him, because he lied.
Really is, and the reason why he was on documentary number 1, documentary number 2, trying to get a reality show page, and much, much more, and putting police reports on everybody that has tried to speak out on this, and even threatening them with lawyers. I told him to call mine today. They'll be expecting his damn call. But take a listen to this damn recording. Pull your wine.
I mean, tell Rob he can do what he gonna do. I go out and make my million, and you know, he got another wife for him. I mean, tell Rob he can do what he gonna do. I go out and make my million, and you know, he got another wife for him.
I said, you should talk to him. I ain't saying who else should talk to him with you, but you should.
Now, the reason they're trying to discredit me and they're asking to speak to lawyers, because they were trying to convince me that that was Joycelyn's page, and I knew it wasn't Joycelyn's page because I'm watching Joycelyn email R. Kelly every damn day, okay? And they're mad because I won't give them Joycelyn's contact information anymore, so that's why they wanted to involve their lawyers. They're trying to control the narrative, but they can't control it here because all that you see, these documentaries, the reality show page and social media and them flying, okay, to New York. I'm just trying to figure out why they out here demanding to see their daughter, and Tim is in this recording right here saying that he was done with his motherfucking daughter.
Hey, she don't need me at this point, man. She got robbed.
She don't need you, but she wants you. No, you won't. She don't. Right at this particular point, she does need her father. I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's her man, but she needs her father. But her father's against her right now. That's how she feels.
I'm not against her, bro. I'm done with it.
That's how she feels. No, you ain't done. That's your daughter. She your daughter forever. Tim, that's your daughter till the day you die and she die.
Hey, she don't need me at this point, man. She got robbed.
She don't need you, but she wants you. No, you won't. She don't. Right at this particular point, she does need her father. I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's her man, but she needs her father, but her father's against her right now. That's how she feels.
I'm not against her, bro. I'm done with it.
That's how she feels? No, you ain't done. That's your daughter. She your daughter forever. Tim, that's your daughter till the day you die and she die.
And I'm also surprised that Tim is actually in court trying to prove that R. Kelly's accredited manager, James Mason, threatened to kill him. But I have a recording here of Tim actually threatening to kill a good friend of mine. Take a look at this.
No. That bank needs to get her ass checked. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check her motherfucking ass.
Okay,
well. I pulled her mama to the side. We was in that goddamn room. And I told her mom, I said, you need to check your daughter. I got 4 hours of motherfucking audio tape and videotape. You need to check that bitch and put her where she belongs. Because her ass is like a loose cannon right now. Now people eat up in boxes when they motherfucking ass like a loose cannon. Because her ass is like a loose cannon right now. Now people eat up in boxes when they motherfucking ass like a loose cannon.
Now, I just want you to know that the Savages have honestly burned every bridge that they have, okay? Now, Lifetime is currently filming a documentary involving the parents. Every single parent that's on this documentary has their child, but they don't, okay? And what better way than to create a storyline using this Instagram account, because all of that will possibly be put into the documentary, okay? They haven't seen or talked to their daughter since 2016. So it's just mighty strange that Joycelyn is doing an interview with Good Morning America confirming that that was her damn daughter. I honestly think, yeah, they probably did damn create this page, but I can't prove that, okay? But what I can prove is that they asses was in this for millions. Tell him, Tim, again. Tell him, Tim. Tell him, Tim.
I mean, tell Rob he can do what he gonna do. I go out and make my million, and you know, he got another wife for him.
And so after you click the link below to actually read the recent emails, and you will see where Joycelyn is at, okay? And how her and R. Kelly communicate. He got that girl ass under a spell. She ain't going home, and I don't blame her, okay? What she's gonna go home for? To be exploited like she's being exploited now for a cheap ass check on Patreon. All she banked was like $2,000. This girl has the most powerful story on the internet, okay? Mainly because of all the shit that her parents have stirred up just to get a check, only to use it to support Joycelyn's supposed pill habit, okay? That's what I was told. Now listen, if you guys have any questions as to Joycelyn's real Instagram page, here it is right now. I am Joy Savage. This is her actual page, okay? And like I said, if she hasn't released a statement already to shut this down, I know somebody was working with her to orchestrate the statement so that this lie would continue to go on. I will personally release what I have to prove that she was not running this Instagram account, even though she probably does have reasons to run it because she's living in a hotel because the lease is up on the Trump Tower. But honestly, R. Kelly got those Kelly sisters, those fake sisters, honestly working at the gas station and Popeyes to make ends meet. They're giving their checks to Taylor and Joycelyn on R. Kelly's behalf because they're honestly just super fans, okay? And really, they should be spending the money on new wigs, okay? That bitch wig sitting right here. Look at the picture. Now, if you also have questions on Azrael's Instagram page, here's the Instagram page right here. This is Azrael's page. It says Azrael Most Wanted, okay? This is her official Instagram page. She's been on Snapchat. That is a verified account, but this is Azrael's page. And like I said, Azrael, yes, she left R. Kelly. Yes, she's communicating with her family, but honestly, her family wants her to be in communication with them. But if she's going to be in a relationship with R. Kelly, just don't cut your damn family off. But we know R. Kelly is going to try to keep her from her family simply because he's a controlling sociopath, narcissistic motherfucker, just like Joycelyn Savage's daddy, Tim Savage, okay?
Now, we heard the narratives, right? And them narratives just don't fit Robert at all. But she put them out there. This also shows that all of them are colluding together with this narrative. But hold on, there's more. Let's see what Faith got to say.
We're back asking, exclusive interview for the first time since filing an unexpected lawsuit against R. Kelly. What she has to say about him could change everything. Faith Rogers joins me now. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I know it's hard to go over some of this, but it's vitally important.
Right.
How did R. Kelly come into your life?
I met R. Kelly at a concert. I went with my older sister. It wasn't even, a planned thing, random weekday. She's like, come to our R. Kelly show with me. I ended up going. We ended up meeting at the concert. We exchanged numbers backstage that night.
And the second time you met him, it wasn't quite so innocent.
Right.
What did he do that made you concerned?
Just, you really got to see how his controlling ways come out and the manipulation comes out when somebody's texting you, when they're calling you, and then when they're in front of you, and the vibe is completely different.
So in what ways would he control you and get you to do things you normally wouldn't want to do?
So there will be, times where me and him will just be talking and normal, and he's not always just this person that's so mean and so dark. He knows how to flip it, So there'll be times where we're sitting here and he'll tell me, I'll be right back. He never comes back, and I'm calling, I'm texting, I'm ready to leave, and the doors are locked. You can't leave. So there was no way for me to just get out. And it's just, you'll be in the studio with him, and he'll be singing for you and playing the piano for you, and he'll disappear, and before you know it, 3 hours have gone by. You haven't used the bathroom. You haven't ate. When you sit in a situation like that and you're trying to make normal out of what's not normal, it doesn't add up. And a lot of people say, okay, she was 19, she knew what she was doing. When you're 19, you're fresh out of high school. You graduate, you're 17, you're 18. You don't know everything. Yes, I thought I knew everything. I thought I was grown enough to get involved with the older man, not knowing there's repercussions behind the situation. So that's what I want to shed light on. It's not something that people sign up for.
Did it seem cult-like when you were there? Were there other women who were going through the same juggling that you were, trying to figure out why they're even in this situation?
So when I met him, that was before any of the news had got out about this harem or anything that he had, before parents were speaking out. I was already involved with him. So it was kind of already too late to go back. And I had never seen anything. Mm-hmm. So probably one of the last few times I saw him, that's when he finally admitted to me that there was a group of girls. And
wait, did she say that she ain't see anything?
And I saw his behavior with me, how controlling it was. So the fact that you have a whole bunch of women that you're doing this to, and you're admitting to me that you've trained them and you're raising these girls, and some of them have been with you for 5 years and 15 years. And it's like, what scared me was that had became his normal, and he was trying to make it normal to me. That's scary. And a lot of people say, why you didn't try to help them? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't help them if I couldn't help myself. So I had to come to terms and accept. And I don't come from a family of abuse. I've never had to go through anything like this. So when it's in front of you and it's never happened to you, you have to really process and understand and accept what's going on in front of you. So was there cult behavior? Absolutely. Having to use the bathroom, having to ask permission to eat. I can remember I walked into a hotel and they didn't even ask for my name. They knew who I was and they walked me up to my room. No hotel that I've ever been to has done that. So things like that, definitely red flags.
How did you finally break free from R. Kelly? I ask because obviously other women he's raising, as you said,
right,
haven't been able to.
It's definitely a process, and I don't think that people get, it's not something you just walk away from because you've already been manipulated. It's like, for me, and I can't speak on everybody else, but I know for me, the hardest part was accepting what I had gone through, acknowledging it's wrong. But where I went wrong is I thought that I could talk to him. I thought that I could change him. I thought that I could maybe make him see something different in me. And you're no different. He's not going to look at you any different because this is what he's done for years. So what makes you so special? So for me, I really had to look inside of myself and think back to the way my parents have raised me. I have no business dealing with somebody 3 times my age. That's something I shouldn't have did. And really, like, my guilty conscience was just eating me up because knowing that another young lady is in that position and I'm just sitting here and I'm not saying anything, it just made me feel worse than even being involved with him. So I just knew I had to go.
So I'm happy you're here.
Thank you.
And I know it's going to make a big difference because a lot of folks are struggling with trying to understand exactly how this whole thing works.
Right.
I gather that some of these young women are sitting there almost ashamed that they've been manipulated for whatever reason by someone who seems to be pretty good at it. Those are the allegations. Is that what you're feeling?
That I'm feeling.
That they're ashamed and that's part of what's holding them back? Is that part of what slowed you down when you probably knew deep down you should have left them?
I was ashamed. Not only was I ashamed, though, it kind of was just like this man had already had recordings of me. He knew where I lived. He had already, you know, implanted so much fear in my heart. I'm not gonna, like, I had no thought about crossing him, about leaving him. It more was just like, okay, what are you gonna do for you? It wasn't more so about him, it was about me. And I think some people are scared. I was scared, but I walked away just because I wanted no parts of it. When I walked away, I had no intentions of being right here, of talking to parents, of talking to other victims. I really was just, I didn't want anything to do with the situation. I knew it was wrong.
So it's a big decision by you. You are often presented with opportunities to help people. Why did you decide to take Faith's case?
Well, Faith is definitely a young woman who has courage. And her motives are not only to assert her own rights, Dr. Oz, but also, as she said, she wants to help other young women because this has been a really traumatic. He did not disclose to her that he had it, that he knew that he, yes, and that he gave that to her with
Kelly.
Yes, and that he gave that.
Hold on. Here come the part.
That he had her.
Hold on.
So
and she's willing to do that. She's willing to say, and she says this in her lawsuit that was filed by her wonderful attorney, Lydia Agu, that
that's going federal jail.
Knew that he had herpes.
This is R. Kelly.
Yes, and that he gave that to her with, he did not disclose to her that he had it, that he knew that he had it. And that is something that is very dangerous. And that is why that he had it, that he knew that he had herpes. Say, and she says this in her lawsuit that was filed by her wonderful attorney, Lydia Agu, that he knew that he had herpes.
This is R. Kelly.
Lydia Agu.
Yes, and that he gave, say, and she says this in her lawsuit that was filed by her wonderful attorney, Lydia Agu, that he knew that he had herpes.
This is R. Kelly.
Yes, and that he gave that to her with, he did not disclose to her that he had it, that he knew that he had it. Say, and she says this in her lawsuit that was filed by her wonderful attorney, Lydia Agu, that he knew that he had herpes.
This is R. Kelly.
Yes, and that he gave that to her with, he did not disclose to her that he had it, that he knew that he had it. And that is something that is very dangerous. And that is why it's important to know that it is a violation of.
So he said, so they said that Faith have herpes. Okay, watch this.
Public health law in New York to have a sexually transmitted disease and not tell your sexual partner that you have it.
All right, just to reiterate, Faith has filed a lawsuit against R. Kelly claiming that he knowingly gave her an incurable sexually transmitted infection, an STD.
Yes.
At what point did you realize that you had been infected?
After I left.
You were already gone?
Yes.
And
so wait, so you ain't have herpes the whole time you was there. So after you left, you found out that you had herpes. Okay, hold on.
Did you have any inkling that he was infected? Had that been talked about among the women there? Had he ever intuited that?
No.
And I now represent another young woman who alleges that she was underage when Mr. Kelly involved himself in sexual intercourse with her, and that he gave her herpes. This is prior to his ever being involved with Faith. So that's one of the reasons that in the lawsuit it is alleged that he knew that he had herpes because some years earlier he had given it to someone else.
And she had told him that she'd gotten the illness, I gather. That's how you would know?
Well, whether or not she told him, she alleges that he would have known, Faith alleges he would have known if in fact he had it and gave it to someone else. So, you know, this is going to be a very interesting and important part of the lawsuit. many people don't know. They have legal rights against someone who gives them a sexually transmitted disease, herpes or anyone else, if that person knew or should have known that they had that disease and failed to disclose it. That's why one of the causes of action, Dr. Oz, in the lawsuit is, it's called fraud, fraudulent concealment. If you don't make that representation or misrepresent your health condition to your sexual partner, you could be sued. Potentially, it would be a crime as well.
When you found out that you'd been infected, who did you tell? What did you do?
So my mom was the first person I told, and I was really...
Listen, y'all, her mom was the first person she told, but that she had herpes. Hold on.
Telling my parents is probably the hardest thing that I had to do. Sorry.
It's okay.
I hate crying on camera. I always tell myself I'm not gonna cry.
What does your mom say to you when you told her?
She was more in shock because when I told her everything, not just this one thing. Hey mom, this is what I've been doing for the past 11 months. So everything, I had to come clean. We sat my dad down, I told my dad. Of course, they weren't happy, you know. It's, why, Faith? You know, we taught you better. I knew better, and I knew better because I felt like, okay, this is not somebody that I could even bring home, you know? Yeah. So to sit down and admit to your father and look your father in the eye and tell him that you have laid down with somebody you had no business being with, that's probably one of the most embarrassing feelings.
It takes a lot to do what you're trying to accomplish now is very brave.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask the question that everyone's thinking. Why would you put yourself in the bullseye? Why expose yourself? You've already acknowledged things that are very private, very sensitive. Mm-hmm. I applaud you for doing it. But why not just go hide?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I did try hiding and it didn't work for me. So if I have to embarrass myself or share some details about my life that I don't want people to know to help somebody else, I'm willing to do that. 100%.
And this should be a teaching moment for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Because he should take a lesson from what Faith just said. So I would ask the question, Dr. Oz, why did he put himself as a 50-plus-year-old man in this position with a 19-year-old and with other young women, some of whom allegedly were underage? Why did he do what he's alleged to have done? Why won't he acknowledge it? Why won't he try to make things better? That's the question we need to ask about R. Kelly. Instead, definitely.
May I put my doctor's hat on for 1 second? I have not seen your medical records, but I am curious what your doctors are advising for you.
So they have some medication out there. I'm not really taking it, you know. I take care of myself by eating right, keeping my stress down. And a lot of people have asked me, or actually, you know, I've had a lot of people who share the same disease as me, who have given me tips, who have, you know, done things that have helped me to where, you know, I can live a normal life. Which that's why I can come on here and put my face next to this ugly STD and say it's okay, you know.
But she's also, that's fantastic about it.
I can live a normal life. A lot of people have asked me, So they have some medication out there. I'm not really taking it, you know. I take care of myself by eating right, keeping my stress down. And a lot of people have asked me, or actually, you know, I've had a lot of people who share the same disease as me, who have given me tips, who have, you know, done things that have helped me to where, you know, I can live a normal life. Which that's why I can come on here and put my face next to this ugly STD and say it's okay, you know.
Okay. So that's what they said, that she got an STD, right? Check this out. Face mom.
first breast job. Faith Rogers paid for her first breast job.
There you go. There you go.
Okay? R. Kelly didn't buy Faith Rogers' first car. Kelly and Charles Rogers did.
He only bought the two girls'
You know what he
breasts.
tried to give her? He tried to give her herpes. That's what he gave her.
Yes, he did.
That's what he gave her.
Yes, he did.
And no, and stop saying she got genital herpes. She does not. But it don't matter.
Right.
He exposed her. He
Right.
tried to give it to her.
Right.
He exposed her.
Right.
And R. Kelly didn't pay for Faith's first breast job. Faith Rogers paid for her first breast job.
There you go. There you go.
Okay? R. Kelly didn't buy Faith Rogers' first car. Kelly and Charles Rogers did.
He only bought the two girls'
You know what he
breasts.
tried to give her? He tried to give her herpes. That's what he gave her.
Yes, he did.
That's what he gave her.
Yes, he
And
did.
no, and stop saying she got genital herpes. She does not. Faith's first breast job. Faith Rogers paid for her first breast job.
There you go. There you go.
Okay? R. Kelly didn't buy Faith Rogers' first car. Kelly and Charles Rogers did.
He only bought the two girls'
You know what he
breasts.
tried to give her? He tried to give her herpes. That's what he gave her.
Yes, he did.
That's what he gave her.
Yes, he did.
And no, and stop saying she got genital herpes. She does not. But it don't matter.
Right.
He exposed her. He
Right.
tried to give it to her.
Right.
He exposed her.
Right.
And R. Kelly didn't pay for Faith's first breast job. Faith Rogers paid for her first breast job.
There you go. There you go.
Okay? R. Kelly didn't buy Faith Rogers' first car. Kelly and Charles Rogers did.
He only bought the two girls'
You know what he
breasts.
tried to give her? He tried to give her herpes. That's what he gave her.
Yes, he did.
That's what he gave her.
Yes, he did.
And no, and stop saying she got genital herpes. She does not.
My question is, how you try to give somebody herpes? So I thought she had herpes, because in court in New York they said that she said she had herpes. So now we know that the government did not look at her medical background. That's another misuse of justice for Jennifer Bonjean. Prima said, make it make sense. I knew when she said she wasn't taking nothing and couldn't answer the question directly. Facts. This should be brought up in facts. It should be brought up in appeal. I agree. So I'm trying to figure out, how do you try to give somebody herpes? How do you try to give somebody herpes? But then when I look at people that been around Rob on tour and the element that they say that he was in, this is what they have to say.
Me and my road manager at the time was in this mall. We were talking about how we wanted to get R. Kelly on that song. Would you believe we was walking in this store and guess who was walking in with us? I've been around him in clubs and VIPs and everything with women, around him with women. I've only seen him be respectful to women. My personal experience. And guess what? Older women. Me and my road manager at the time was in this mall. We were talking about how we wanted to get R. Kelly on that song. Would you believe we was walking in this store and guess who was walking in with us? I've been around him in clubs and VIPs and everything with women, around him with women. I've only seen him be respectful to women. My personal experience. And guess what? Older women. Me and my road manager at the time was in this mall.
I'm letting it run for slow people.
We were talking about how we wanted to get R. Kelly on that song. Would you believe we was walking in this store and guess who was walking in with us? I've been around him in clubs and VIPs and everything with women, around him with women. I've only seen him be respectful to women. My personal experience. And guess what? Older women.
So when I hear stuff like that, right? I sit back and I just be like, man, damn, like they got him in a pickle with a bunch of lies. But then we return back to the Lion Queen, right? And then going back to the Lion Queen, this is what she had to say.
And then he said here, thanks, Cookie. I received money. Thanks so much, Cookie. Okay, Daddy, I love you so freaking much, and put the money on your books today. I got her phone number. She changed her phone number.
Why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down? Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
That because these two were holding hands, Azrael and Joycelyn, that they were in communication with everything and how it's going on. But he had them so gone that they didn't even talk to each other. So, like, I'll give you an example. Azrael thought that she was the main one. Now, he tried to marry Azrael, but she was, you saw her on the Snapchat. A lot of people, if you don't follow her Snapchat or I believe it's Instagram too, she was, tweeting some things and stuff to kind of give you hints, and people were sending it to me, but I already knew, okay? A minute to come in so they don't have a chance to read them all. Even though they'll open them up and make you think that they read them. Hold on for a second. I gotta clean I forgot to ask you. And please see if someone can pick up this letter from me as soon as possible that you trust. Just let me know, Daddy. The budget also has been dropped off as well. They have, she's left. That's a good thing. But, when you got a prisoner, it's bad. Because let me tell you something.
So, at that point, Tasha K is talking about, these emails and how she was easily to get these emails. But before I go into the emails, the brainwashing of Team Truth by the Lion CEO of Team Truth herself. Wasn't she just on Atmos channel? Let's see what she got to say. Let's skim through this, because I ain't playing a whole hour and 26 minutes of this bullshit.
R. Kelly's face was superimposed on this video. Now, we already know. We saw that movie Lil Man, and we even knew that was fake. Okay? We know everybody was running around watching this. Kelly. R. Kelly's brother. Now, Carrie Kelly came out. I don't care if he's retracting what he said now. He's probably under pressure from his family.
Retracting or retracting?
But he came out. He said R. Kelly tried to buy him by giving him $50,000 in one record deal. But guess what? His kids were at school getting beat up because R. Kelly's defense team put out there in the atmosphere with the news reporters that was the brother in that tape. His brother said, no, I didn't do that. I'm not going down for that. You can't buy me. You can even buy your mother a tombstone.
Oh, wait. Y'all didn't realize that I had this video, did you, Team Truth?
But you can't buy me, and you're not going to put my children in this predicament when you did it. The third was the one that worked. They said, this isn't a child. This is a prostitute who looks young, like those porn sites, barely legal. So when the jury foreman came on and they acquitted him, which is what he could have said in the Gayle King interview, but he didn't say that. He said, I beat my case. They acquitted him. The jury foreman said they knew it was R. Kelly, but they could not validate the age of the girl. because she wasn't there to testify. Now, Spark.
So time out. Didn't they say in court that Rashona was there to testify? Now they saying that she wasn't there to testify. But just pay attention. Isn't this the sound of a junkie? I thought she was blind. See how she get on platforms and lie? Oh yeah. Y'all had y'all time. Now it's time for the real R. Kelly supporters and friends and family to expose the shit out of all of y'all. Let's go.
Sparkle said it was her and validated the age. Her friend, her best friend, her coach at school, they all said that was her. Guess who said it wasn't her? Her own daddy, who was supposed to be there to protect her. And where was the little girl? She was on R. Kelly's tour bus down the street, allegedly. And it was shortly after that he flew them out of the country.
I think R. Kelly need to sue her. This is Sean from Team Truth. I think she did be sued because in court that proved that was a lie. R. Kelly didn't fly them nowhere. Okay, let's finish. Oh no, I'm sorry. R. Kelly didn't fly them nowhere to evade anything. Let's go there.
Now, let's talk about the charge. Because all these people running around, including his attorney, who's an idiot. And that's no allegedly. Talking about double jeopardy. See, there wasn't a date on the video. So they couldn't charge him with child abuse or child rape because there wasn't a date. They don't know when it happened. But they know that this tape was on the streets. So they charged him with distribution of child pornography. So it was out there. But they couldn't tell if it was a child. That's why he got off. R. Kelly was just found guilty in New York, but guess what? He has 2 more trials in Chicago. One is a federal one for obstruction. What does that mean? Because he bought this trial. And he intimidated people not to testify. And he made sure that the girl wasn't there to testify on her own. Because guess what? In his 6th Amendment right, he has the right to face his accuser. And they used to say nobody, no crime. Now, they done passed that now. Nobody, you could still go to prison. But in this instance, nobody, no victim. To testify and validate her age. But they have her now. And now she's not under her parents who sold her. See, R. Kelly is still using the same. He's using what they did and basically what Aaliyah's parents did by not doing anything and putting it on the parents of today who didn't do that. But he's so good with the story because it did happen in the past. Now, there's many, many more victims. I'm going to give you a couple more, but I'm only speaking about the ones that we clearly know about and ones that testified, okay? But there are many more that probably you guys know about that I may not even know about. But we do know allegedly there's hundreds in Chicago. And see, these YouTubers, these cell phone bill payers, they go to New York and rally. They go to Chicago and rally. But they don't go to Chicago and interview. Why aren't they interviewing the people of Chicago? Why aren't they going to stores or different places and standing out there and asking them their opinion on their local R. Kelly? Because they know. The streets know. We know about our own people. And many of them.
Why are you saying we and you not from Chicago? So if this the case, right? This kills everybody's narrative from Chicago that say they love R. Kelly. And nobody have came out and said nothing about this except for me. Let's finish.
If not them, by 6 degrees of separation, they know people who either R. Kelly has approached or have been with R. Kelly. Now we have her friend who was 14, Dominique. He had Dominique since she was 14. Dominique is the first one that came out and said R. Kelly made her eat feces.
Dominique ain't never say that. And I'm going to stand on what I stand on. If you eat feces out of a cup, you will be sick and your organs will shut down. I knew I wasn't crazy. And I went and asked the doctor. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, when I go to the CDC, when I go to work, I'm going to ask a doctor and I'm going to ask them to interview with me about eating feces.
Y'all keep talking about another victim who said that. Demeaning her. Wait a minute. There's a grown man making children eat feces. Why y'all going after these babies? He couldn't break Dominique, but he did break Dominique. She says he couldn't break me. He tried everything in his power to do so. Now he did break her through the grooming because her heart is still attached to him. But he even got to the point where he made her shave her head and start dressing like a boy. And we know that's not her identity. Because as soon as she got out, she had a baby. So we have Aaliyah. Yeah, I'm about to say it again. We have Aaliyah. We have Javante and all her crew who were the backup singer and dancers on Aaliyah's album and her tour.
No.
And you'll see them if you just look up her performances.
No. That's a lie. Javante was a backup singer for Sparkle, not Aaliyah, motherfucker. Let's finish.
Yeah. Talented. And they have a talented producer who is backed by a major record label. Now let's sit down and talk business. What can you do for my baby? Well, I can write her a banging song. It'll go to #1 in no time. Yeah, that's what I want you to do. How much would you charge us? I don't know. I wouldn't charge you anything. Angela, I wouldn't. Okay, I'm paraphrasing as I'm going along, okay? Allegedly. I wouldn't expect or want you to do anything for me for free. We as a Claries, we work and we pay for everything that we have. I'll give you $10,000 to write a song for my daughter and to produce it. Okay, cool. They leave. When I say they, the parents and the child, they leave. A business meeting. And they go back. So now the parents are in contact, in communication with R. Kelly. He's like, you know what? Your daughter's talented. Of innocence lost. And I was going to have my beautiful queen friend come on here and read this response, but I'm just going to hit these things on a nail just real quick. Yes, R. Kelly was molested by several people. Okay. But many of us were too. Yes, some people, well, a lot of people who were abused when they were children go on to abuse, but it doesn't make it right, and they don't have to. They have the same ability to reason as you and I do. They have free will just like you and I do. They don't have to do that. R. Kelly may not be able to read or write. I think he can read and write. I would love to ask Javante if he could read or write, because she would know, because she was there with him early. And if he can't read and write, how did he get a driver's license before he became famous? And how was he texting with the girls before you could speak in text? So many questions. I think he can read and write. I do. How do you get through 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade and not be able to read and write? That doesn't make sense. So you mean you had all those teachers who passed you and you couldn't even read that you passed? You mean every single teacher that you came across wasn't baffled that you couldn't read and they didn't try? Okay, that's the teachers. I blame them enough. You mean to tell me you're a grown man and you never hired a tutor to come in and teach you how to read? No, you didn't, because see, You are a demon king, and you have your own kingdom. And within your kingdom, you control everything. And so you can bring in a tutor that would see what was happening. Now, we got some people that really should be focused on, you know, the lack thereof
Sean, I'm finding out
nutritional value in iceberg lettuce. That's going around saying that they didn't see anything. Yeah, you didn't see anything because he didn't trust you like that. You have someone that claims that they've been friends with him for 30 years who has told us he can read and write, even though he didn't realize he did that, but I catch everything. And now he and his father are being brought up on covering up pedophilia in their church. You know, pedophiles flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. So these supporters, y'all need to check your heart. Why is it that y'all were so intent on watching these videos, even if you were young, this video, and then asking other people if they've seen it and showing it to them? Some people still have that VHS tape now.
See, the problem is you're mad, Sean, because people watched it and found out that it wasn't Robert on that motherfucker and the one that they trying to depict. However, you don't want nobody to watch it because you don't want nobody telling the goddamn truth, you lying ass junkie. Let's finish.
They were playing that tape in barbershops. Children 11 and 12 were seeing it. I had come to Christ. I don't watch stuff like that anyways. And I wasn't around people and still aren't around people that would watch anything like that. But that thing was everywhere. And guess what? Nobody went to the police. Who went to the police? Who went to the police? If you watched that video, and you were young, did you go and tell your parents about it? If you were older, did you go to the police? Did you take that tape to the police? So stop blaming the parents talking about where are the police reports? They're there. Stop blaming the victim saying where are the police reports? They're there. But they wouldn't listen to them because it is a fact that black girls are seen as older and as liars by the media and by the police.
She went to Jim Daryaga school.
And by their own community. They are demonized and they're seen as fast. Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you two things. They don't have the mental capacity to accept what a grown man is doing to them. A grown man will give them enough money to get their hair done, and they think that man is balling when he's driving his grandmother's car and walking around in slippers. Oh, that's for my friend. But ultimately, they're losers, preying on children because they not only don't have the mental capacity to have a real relationship and conversation with a woman, they probably don't have the physical capacity to do so, if you know what I mean. Little girls can be manipulated. They can get picked up. They can get their hair done, nails done. And that's cheaper than a prostitute because now that grown man can have sex with them anytime he wants to. And he'll pump a baby in them and manipulate them into killing that child. See, there's...
Now, wait. Time out. Shout out to Prima Donna, right? Because I ain't know nothing about this. But they talking about people in their fetishes sexually, right? They talking about people in their fetishes sexually. So let's look at a fetish.
What? ACT, did you see this?
If it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take the thought.
Take a shower if you like golden showers. I do. I don't had a golden shower and I like it.
I give them golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Freak of the week, huh? So you say take a shot. You not take. You say take a shot. Oh, we need a shot.
I take a shot.
You like go to shower?
I do.
But like peeing on you.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just do something.
I'm gonna be honest. Be honest with you. I've never had a golden shower.
I did.
Did you? Did you shower?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know when you drunk and you just
and they just peeing all over your body.
You just like pee in your butt, pee in your pussy. I don't know.
And then y'all still have sex after?
It depends. Like you can pee on me in the shower. You can pee on me like once you come. Like it just depends. It just depends on how the night flowing.
So let me ask this question. And I'm gonna do it like this. Let me ask this question. And I'm gonna ask it like this. Why is Young Miami and Trina praised? Well, why is Young Miami praised for getting golden showers? Trina praised for giving golden showers, but R. Kelly is villainized for giving allegedly golden showers. Let's ask it again. Why is Young Miami praised for receiving golden showers? Why is Trina praised for giving golden showers, but R. Kelly is villainized for allegedly giving golden showers? I'm just saying, everybody have a different level of kinky, a different level of, hey, some people say, oh no, that's nasty. But some people like that shit. It turns them on. Some people like getting anal beads and stuff like that. It turns them on. So why is Young Miami praised for receiving golden showers? Why is Trina praised for giving golden showers? But R. Kelly is villainized for allegedly giving golden showers. I don't think y'all hearing what I'm saying. One is praised for receiving, that we know for a fact, got it. One is praised for giving, that we know for a fact, gave it. But one is villainized for allegedly giving, because you don't know if that was R. Kelly on that tape peeing. Word on the wise, it was Damon Pryor peeing on Lisa Van Allen. Robert don't disclose his bedroom. So you villainizing a man over a perspective, but you uplifting two women over direct shit that happened. And once again, it's still not my business, because I will fuck the shit out of Young Miami and Trina. And I piss on both of them and we'll have a party. But it's not my business what Robert, Young Miami, or Trina like. I told you, we're going to talk about it all today. So now I'm going to replay this video. Right? Because now it goes into two women in a cup. Now I'm going to break it down to what I was saying on Conscious TV. They were role playing with chocolate cake and ice cream. So allegedly it was said, R. Kelly made me eat poop. But it was role play for chocolate cake and ice cream. Now let's play this again.
ACT, do you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take the thought.
Take a shot if you like golden showers. I do. I had to go to shower and I like it.
I give them golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
You do? Freak of the week, huh? So you say take a shot. You not take. You say take a shot. Oh, we need a shot.
I take a shot.
You like go to shower?
I do.
But like peeing on you?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just do something.
I'm gonna be honest. Be honest with you. I've never had a golden shower.
I did.
Did you? Did you shower?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Like, when you drunk and you just
and they just peeing all over your body.
You just like pee in your butt, pee in your pussy. I don't know.
And then y'all still have sex after?
It depends. Like you can pee on me in the shower. You can pee on me like once you come. Like it just depends. It just depends on how the night flowing.
As a video of me, he made me do this video actually of me doing a number 2 in a cup and then eating it out of the cup.
Can somebody please tell me what the fuck is going on? I don't know. I'm reading headlines after headlines. What the fuck? That's really what the fuck I want to know. What the fuck is going on?
Why you at it? Why you at it? Go get some of that goddamn prima donna pastries. You know what I'm saying? Why you at it? So, as we learned that Tasha K was getting emails and stuff, right? She was getting these emails from a BOP officer. I know they was like, oh shit, here it come. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Well, now comes Robert S. Kelly, defendant, by and through his counsel, Jennifer Bonjean, respectfully moves this court for an order commanding the United States Attorney's Office to produce materials prepared in connection with the government's alleged investigation into Bureau of Prisons (BOP) officers who accessed and stole defendants' confidential prison records and communications, including attorney-client communications that were subsequently shared or sold to a blogger who provided and sold the material to unknown numbers of government witnesses. The defendant has a good faith basis to believe that the stolen information was also provided to a government informant who may have shared said information with government witnesses at the behest of the government. Since such information developed during this investigation might constitute impeachment evidence, the government should produce it pursuant to Brady versus Maryland and its progeny. Now watch this. Second, while defendant was detained in Chicago MCC between July the 15th to 2019 through January the 8th, 2020, access logs show that 60 BOP employees accessed different confidential records. One such BOP employee accessed different records 153 times, even though that employee was not assigned to the MCC. And you see the Chicago Times link, and you see the employee linked R. Kelly info to a blogger, and you see all that. Then it says, 2, informant from those records, including defendant's visitation list and email communications, including attorney-client communications, were provided to a YouTube blogger named Tasha K. On information and belief, Tasha K shared those stolen communications with government witnesses with an alleged government informant who was under federal indictment at the time the information was stolen. The United States Attorney Office commenced an investigation into that incident that resulted in defendants' communications being stolen and shared with untold individuals. Apparently, the United States Office sought a search warrant for the computer used by the BOP employee, United States versus HB desktop computer 20 MC 148. The application and affidavit in search of the search warrant has been sealed and is not available for public review. Defendant has never seen the search warrant application and supporting affidavit. The investigation does not seem to have resulted in any arrest, even though it seems straightforward that at least one BOP officer engaged in official misconduct by accessing unauthorized records and sharing or selling those records with third parties. I'm going to stop there for a second. And I'm not going to read the rest of that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because with that being said, with all that information, right, that was stolen, I find it funny that some people got online and they just couldn't hold it in. What you mean, Dana? It go a little something like this.
$250,000. We gonna
A lot of shit we don't
exactly.
talk about. Shit
He
shouldn't
wouldn't
even come
even
out.
be in it. He wouldn't even be in this
come out.
shit. He could pay $250,000 and took his ass home and had a good night's sleep.
What? Tell him again, Larry.
Studio. $250,000. We gonna
A lot of shit we don't
exactly.
talk about. Shit
He
shouldn't
wouldn't
even
even
come
be
out.
in it. He wouldn't
Shit
even be in
shouldn't
this
come out.
shit. He could pay $250,000 and took his ass home and had a good night's sleep.
One more time, Larry.
Studio. $250,000. We gonna
A lot of shit we don't
exactly.
talk about. Shit
He
shouldn't
wouldn't
even
even
come
be
out.
in it. He wouldn't
Shit
even be in
shouldn't
this
come out.
shit. He could pay $250,000 and took his ass home and had a good night's sleep.
So if he would have paid Larry and Angelo $250,000, as Larry say, he could have took his ass home. He wouldn't have been in that shit, and he could have had a good night's sleep. So, with that being said, now comes Robert Spencer Kelly, defendant by and through his counsel. Jennifer Bonjean respectfully moves this court for an order compelling the United States Attorney's Office to produce materials prepared in connection with the government's alleged investigation into a Bureau of Prison (BOP) officer who accessed and stole defendants' confidential prison records and communications. Communications that were subsequently shared or sold to a YouTube blogger who provided or sold that material to a government cooperator by the name of Larry McGee, who then used the information to assist the government in the prosecution of defendant in exchange for leniency in his own impending case. In light of the foregoing, defendant is entitled to all information and documents developed in the investigation of the BOP officer who committed federal crimes for the purpose of obtaining private and privileged information about defendant to influence witness testimony. All right, I'm gonna stop that right there. Then we're gonna go here because Robert said something. What did Robert say? It's a lot. It's a lot. Trust me, it's a lot. It says the BOP officer took advantage of the fact that I was locked up. And when she raided all of my restricted law enforcement information and then shared it with an internet blogger, Tasha K., who shared that information with my girlfriend, who then became a government star witness testifying against me after seeing all of my restricted information that was provided by BOP Officer A. By Officer A illegally providing my restricted information to the blogger Tasha K., my whole case was tainted. Because once my ex-girlfriend saw emails and phone calls between me and my other girlfriend, she became very angry, scorned, to the point that she turned on me. Went and fought my other girlfriend, and on that same day called the FBI. This BOP Officer A knew exactly what she was doing when she stole my restricted information and gave it to a blogger. She is a disciplinary hearing officer. She is not a damn kid. She gave an internet blogger, Tasha K., my private restricted information so that she could share it with my ex-girlfriend in an attempt to get my ex-girlfriend to flip on me, because they knew that if they could get her mad enough, then she would be willing to say any damn thing about me. These people are grown federal officials and knew exactly what they were doing. Why the hell would they give my ex-girlfriend my federal restricted information? My communications between me and my other girlfriend prior to my damn trial. The only one reason I can think of is to taint my trial, which is exactly what they did by having a tainted witness giving false and tainted testimony. because a star witness is the witness that the government is dependent on to come and give a smoking gun testimony at trial. And that's fine. But if that star witness is tainted, scorned, or influenced in some way, then her testimony is no longer credible. So how can she even be allowed to testify against me? Just like how were the BOP officer and Tasha K, who were the cause of my girlfriend becoming a witness in the first place, able to get away with showing her my private, restricted federal law enforcement information? That's why the BOP officer was not arrested and charged for her crimes. That's why the damn blogger Tasha K was not charged and arrested for receiving illegal contraband from BOP Officer A. Excuse me. That's why 4 years later, after the search warrant on BOP Officer A and after the investigation was executed on BOP Officer A, they're still not giving up the full investigation on BOP Officer A and Tasha K, but rather filling people up with more smoke bomb rumors about me to keep their minds off of the real crimes that have been committed against me. Keep their focus off of all the corruption and the illegal tactics that have been put in place to convict me. Keep people's minds off of all the injustice that has been done to me and try and make people hate me to the point that they just forgot about all my constitutional rights being violated. This is why they've done absolutely nothing about BOP Officer A committing federal crimes against me. Nothing. This BOP officer was not a fan of mine, because if she were, she would have never given my phone calls and emails between me and my girlfriend to my ex-girlfriend in the first place. So if this BOP officer is not a fan, then what is she? She was on a mission to not only destroy my relationship, but also taint and destroy my case. She raided my private federal restricted law enforcement information for 6 long months. And for those 6 months, she was stealing and sharing that information with Tasha K, who had absolutely nothing to do with any of my cases. Are you kidding me? Anyone can see all this BS going on. And if they can't see it, then they have turned a blind eye to it because it's overwhelming and grossly obvious. And I wish they would just stop pretending otherwise and do something about it. Even if the BOP officer and Tasha K were just simply charged and put on probation. Because if every BOP officer felt that they could do what this BOP officer A did to me and get away with it without facing any criminal charges whatsoever, then nobody would be safe in this system they call justice. So now that we got that out the way, right? I'm gonna go here. Larry came on JoJo and Angie channel and saying that he didn't know certain stuff and this and this. Well, if that's the case, how did you know this?
$150 million gone. Do y'all realize when this nigga went to jail, he still had obligations to pay out women every fucking month? This nigga was gonna be paying out settlements until the fucking the end of time. This nigga was paying settlements for fucking, what the fuck, 10, 15 years ago. Everybody think these girls settled when he just came in that motherfucker with a duffel bag full of money. That's not what the fuck happened. They motherfucking got a small lump sum of money in a payment plan. Because if he paid everybody, he really wouldn't be around here. Payment plan, $5,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $20,000 a month. Why every time you think you looked up, this nigga was on tour? He had to stay. A whole bunch of clothes, $150 million gone. Do y'all realize when this nigga went to jail, he still had obligations to pay out women every fucking month? This nigga was gonna be paying out settlements until the fucking the end of time. This nigga was paying settlements for fucking, what the fuck, 10, 15 years ago. Everybody think these girls settled when he just came in that motherfucker with a duffel bag full of money. That's not what the fuck happened. They motherfucking got a small lump sum of money in a payment plan. Because if he paid everybody, he really wouldn't be around here. Payment plan, $5,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $20,000 a month.
So how would you know that? And how would you know what Tasha K knew if you wasn't talking to him? Once again, shout out to Prima Donna, because Johnny said the most important thing ever. Even though he helped set this shit up, but he said the most important shit ever. And it go a little something like this.
Then how could they make a deal? It was all about the money. So if it was a crime, it should have started with Susan Loggins. She should be prosecuted as well for not having. Then how could they make a deal? It was all about the money. So if it was a crime, it should have started with Susan Loggins. She should be prosecuted as well for not having. Then how could they make a deal? It was all about the money. So if it was a crime, it should have started with Susan Loggins. She should be prosecuted as well.
So with that being said, I'm going to ask this question. And I'm going to bring something to light for you. Everybody's saying her, she, this, BOP Officer A, her, she, this, BOP Officer A, her, she, this, BOP Officer A. But didn't Tasha K go on Natasha Simone and say her father retired from the BOP? So how you know that BOP Officer A ain't her father instead of a she? How you know it's not a him? We can always say she to throw people off. But ever since Tasha K said that, she never mentioned her father again, has she? Why? Because if you don't put it out there, people will forget. But you have the small number of people like me that are saying, let's look into her father. And see, this is why I love law. Because now that you can look into our father, now that he retired, you can also look into Tasha K. Now, I don't know if Bon Jean looking, but if she is, I'm about to give you a nugget. And I know you know this already. So I know I don't have to say too much. It's called the Clearfield Doctrine. It's called the Clearfield Doctrine. This is what we use in our private capacity. And it says, under the Clearfield Doctrine, the courts are no longer government entities, and that they are demanding private monies and must have a contract with you to compel performance. They are no more special as a normal business than your local Walmart. Does the court demand payment in a certain species? Did the court make payment on the record or by way of agreement of any entry fees, etc.? Oh, stop. Didn't Ann Donnelly do that in New York? So now Bon Jean can hit her and appeal and just make her eat her words. Because didn't Ann Donnelly say if she find out that anybody colluded against R. Kelly, or if anybody gave any type of emails against R. Kelly, and she would throw a mistrial? So guess what? Now we can invoke the Clearfield Doctrine. And it says, did the court make a payment on the record or by way of agreement of any entry fees, etc.? Didn't Ann Donnelly do it 3 times already? If one USD is given or demanded, species HJR 192, I kept telling y'all about that, which is House Joint Resolution 192, is overwritten and all instruments have become bogus financial instruments involving private creditors and all enjoined in the fraud may be prosecuted under a variety of statutes. Conspiracy, 18 U.S.C. Section 371. Mail fraud, 18 U.S.C. Section 1341. Uttering a false security, 18 U.S.C. Section 472. Bank fraud, 18 U.S.C. Section 1344. Stop for a second. Why would it be bank fraud in the court? Everything that I have told you from day one about reclaiming your birthright is right here in your face. The biggest bank in the world is what? The court. That's why they can call bank fraud, 18 USC section 1344, and possessing and uttering a counterfeit security, 18 USC section 513. See United States versus Allman. And for the person that said, yeah, good luck with that, it's case law there because it have been supplied in court, it have been administered in court, and it have worked in court. So take your ass on because you don't know what you're talking about. United States versus Allman, 187 F3D 816 8th Circuit as early as 1999. United States versus Henslick, 187 F3D 1228 1230 10th Circuit, 1999. United States versus Wells, 163 F3D 889 4th Circuit, 1998. United States versus Stockheimer, 157 F3D 1082 7th Circuit, 1998. The Clearfield Doctrine as set forth in Clearfield Trust Company versus United States, 318 U.S. 363-371 states, governments descend to the level of mere private corporation and take on the characteristics of a mere private citizen, where private corporate commercial paper, i.e. Federal Reserve notes, and securities, i.e. checks, etc. is concerned. For purposes of suit, such corporations and individuals are regarded as entities entirely separate from government. Bank of United States versus Plaintiff's Bank, 9 Wheaton, 22 U.S. 904. All these case laws there support everything I've been saying and everything that can happen. Governments lose their immunity and descend to level of private corporations when involved in commercial activity enforcing negotiable instruments, as in fines, penalties, assessment, bails, taxes. The remedy lies in the hand of the state and its municipalities seeking remedy. Rio Grande versus Dark, 167 P241. And governments are corporations. Penhallow versus Doan, 3 Dallas 55. And private corporations and their officers are not immune from civil damages. The way you do that is you have to put it on paper and you have to sue them in their public and private capacity together. Now that we got that out the way, Tasha K. Dad can be brought in. Tasha K. can now be brought in. All of the BOP officers can now be brought in. Once you bring forth suit against the mere corporation, which is the BOP, they have to give up who their actors are. Like I said, you ain't going to find that nowhere else. And I know many people are going to try to dispute it. Please do. Because you can't beat case law. You can't beat case law. Let's keep moving because we almost finished. Me too. Asia Argento was a voice of Me Too. Now she is accused of sexual assault. What does it mean for the movement? Actress and director Asia Argento became a prominent voice in the Me Too movement after she accused Harvey Weinstein of sexual assault. Now she faces allegations from her own accuser. Oh my God. I got to get that. I got to get that case and we got to go in. Now, let's go here. A lot of people ain't going to like what I'm about to say because it's about to make a lot of people think. And what I'm about to say is not for the basement dwellers. So don't get mad at me, even I know you are, but it's not for the basement dwellers. Let's go. DL Hughley posted this. Why is it that the only history that seems to bother Governor DeSantis is Black history? Hashtag Team DL. Follow me where I'm going with this, because I'm about to educate some people. D.L. Hughley, a very misguided older male, said, why is it that the only history that seems to bother DeSantis is Black history? Charles Booker said, Ron DeSantis is further proof that 1 month for Black history is not nearly enough. Governor DeSantis defends rejection of AP African American Studies course. Then BET posted the most dumbest shit ever. Our history is under attack. I know people waiting to hear what I got to say. So let's go there. Let's start with D.L. Hughley. Why is it that the only history that seems to bother DeSantis is Black history? Okay, I'm gonna ask a question with a question. When did D.L. Hughley start worrying about Black history? Second thing, you know Governor DeSantis is not a racist. So I'm gonna ask you this question. Why continue to teach dead history and they only taking you back as far as Christopher Columbus, which have nothing to do with dead history? Why keep teaching dead history when you can teach revitalized history? You got to understand the wordplay. Black history. Yo, why do I got to keep teaching dead history? That's why I only get the shortest month of the year. Because I'm going to teach y'all dead history, and I'm going to repeat it over and over. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Saint of Maria, which you never seen. And the United States is a country on show and tell, but you never seen no fragments of the Nina, the Pinta, or the Saint of Maria. That's a myth that came from the Vatican. Understand this. Why keep defending something that you're not dealing with? Then Charles Booker said, Ron DeSantis is further proof that 1 month for Black history is not nearly enough. So I got a question. You want to continue teaching dead history? What are you learning? What are you learning? Then BET came out with the stupidest shit ever. Our history is under attack. Okay, can I ask you this? Why aren't y'all teaching before Columbus? BET. Why aren't you showing Hebrews to Negroes? BET. Why aren't you showing Sankofa? BET. Why are you titled Black Entertainment Network? I mean, Black Entertainment Television. Why? Because you famous and telling all the lies on the Vision Tube. Why can't you teach colored? Or should I say, why couldn't you title it the colored section? Or the colored section month? Or the colored history month? Y'all don't speak on Emmett Till unless somebody bring it up. But then I have a question that'll shut all of them down. When was the last time they even came forth or used their platform to talk about colored history month? Let's go there. People want to follow the coons. Why follow the coons? When that's all you got to do is pick up a book. I challenge everybody to go to your library and get an African diaspora book. And then ask yourself this question. Why aren't they teaching this? Why do my offspring have to be called kids, which is nothing but a baby goat? Ask yourself this question. Why am I following a curriculum and a whole indoctrination of schooling that only prepares my child or offspring for jail? Oh, wait, I got one better. Why should I be whitewashed, or why should my child and be whitewashed about things that colored folks have done? Why isn't the schools telling the truth about Uncle Tom? Who really was Uncle Tom? And I know y'all saying, well, damn, Dana, and you gave us all this R. Kelly, and then you went back to that. Now watch me spin it back. It all ties in. Well, how do it tie in, Dana? And I'm going to give it to you right here. They want you to believe one thing, and they give you scenarios and television stories to make you believe one thing, when actually it's another. I said that to say this. All of the surviving R. Kellys that they gave you, if they really had something on R. Kelly, why did they have to bring you surviving R. Kelly just to make you feel like R. Kelly was guilty? Wait a minute. Didn't they say, oh, we always knew that in Chicago? You're a goddamn lie. Because if you always knew that in Chicago, you wouldn't fucking need surviving R. Kelly. Chicago is a gangster city. If y'all already knew that, y'all would have beat R. Kelly the fuck up in Chicago. So all of y'all motherfuckers lying. Like I said, the BOP need to be charged. And how do you know BOPA is not a man? But for the sake of people, if it is a woman, that's all they got to do is charge BOPA. Robert have a right to face his accuser. BOPA cannot stand as a corporation member if they are sued in their public and private capacity together. The BOP have to produce BOPA. Bring BOPA under oath. You can't lie. If BOPA lie, that's automatic jail. But because the corporation are trying to fight it, this is how you do it. You bring BOPA under its public and private and capacity. Then you invoke the Clearfield Doctrine on the BOP as an organization. Then you summons all 60 BOP numbers. So you can make 1 through 60 or B through Z. Or you can do B1 and B2. You can number it any kind of way you want. They have to produce everybody that access his record logs. Rest my case. Like I said, how do Larry know certain shit? How did he know certain shit if he wasn't in communication constantly with Angel Cruel and Tasha K? Y'all playing with somebody, man. Don't play with me. Like I told you, when I get on your ass, I ain't finished. And I'm going to continue this, and I'll make this a series. Tune in next time. I was going to leave this R. Kelly shit, but I'm going to drop something every time I come on about R. Kelly, because people got to understand the fucking truth. If you did it, you did it. If it's in the paperwork, it's in the paperwork. God damn. What's so hard of if you do something, stand on what the fuck you done? And I rest my case there. Oh, time out for something else. All the shots being thrown at Storm Monroe, y'all need to stop. Storm have a bigger platform than everybody. What's wrong with Storm going on, and with Rob going on Storm platform? It was nothing wrong with that. It wasn't until he validated Levi. Now that everybody got a problem with it. Stop that goofy shit. If you for Rob, be for Rob. Other than that, get the fuck out the way. I'm done.
I don't like to waste time on stupid conversation. There's no profit in that. So if I'm around people that are always complaining with no solutions, then I'm wasting real estate in my brain for what I need to project. And what I project in my brain is what I project in my reality. So that real estate only has to be for evolution, things that are going to help me get where I got to go. You understand? Help me evolve. So if my conversation with you makes me stagnate, we don't have too much conversation either. I don't have no time for no stupid ass conversation.
Wait a minute. It's your boy, January. Hey. Back up. Money coming through. 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 See them two chicks, call that a double up. See that black range, call that an armor truck. Move them ropes, bitch, this ain't double dutch. 20 years career money, y'all niggas lucking up. Pop champagne, call that a bubble up. Chicks came back, but I ain't trying to cuddle up. 31 flavors, talking about the cars, now garage like a rainbow, like the juice in my cup. But I ain't trying to brag though, haters move too slow, y'all better step it up. If you that shit up in this club like I am in this club, then throw your middle fingers up. All stars, time to set the bar. Know who we are. So back up. Money coming through, back up. Back up. Money coming through, back up. Back up. Money coming through, back up.
Hey, look, money in the bag, call that a robbery. Shorty seen the ass, now they wanna swallow me. Mag mouth swag, you hoes at the Dollar Tree, they wonder where I'm at, man. You hoes better follow me. Gone in the brain, I need a lobotomy. Keep that thing clean on the side of me. Diamonds in my chain, think I won the lottery. Haters wanna hate, but they don't even bother me. Wait, it's money in the building. Cash so long, I can stack it to the ceiling. You ain't making meals, then you ain't even appealing. No, why my nigga Kale's gon' tell him how we feeling.
All stars, time to set the bar. Know who we are. So back up. Money coming through, back up. Money coming through. Swimming in you. Hey, little mama. Said I wanna take